Hey everybody. Right, today we're going to be doing some proxy AFK stages and also trying to get a better score in, oh, hello Z, how are you doing? Are you okay? We're going to be trying to get a better score in Titan Reaver. Okay. So. Right, where do we start? Let's start with some proxies. How is everybody doing in their AFK stages? How many people on my friends list have done Apex? I haven't been keeping track. 63! Oh my word. 63 of my 100 friends have completed Apex stages. That is nuts. Look at all the people that have cleared. 11 players have cleared. That is nuts. I am not one of those 63. Where are you at in your AFK stages, Vi? Where are you at? Oh, Cow finished 7th. I was going to do some Cow stages. Big 7th. Congrats. Huge. That is very, very cool. Your 764 double Auna. Let's have a look at Vi's. 623. Oh. The Lily May, Corrupt Flower. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this wasn't fun. Is there even a non-Auna team that has done that? It's not. Oh. Love that. And then what was the other side? The other side is 143, which is Zany, Two Things, and the Wasps. Yeah. Once again, is there a non-Auna team? Oh, here's a non-Auna team. There is one. Okay. Is there just one? Is that it? Oh, Christ. So there's one non-Auna team, and it's this. Have you tried this out of interest? Does this look insanely difficult? Should we have a look? Team, I'll be honest, I haven't played an AFK stage in like 6 days. it's been pure luxury. So they do a crossover at 76. Wow. Okay. What have you been doing, sir? I've been busy. I've been working, unfortunately, a lot. Like a lot. I've been working a lot, and then I also... if anybody here caught my last stream, you'll know that I mentioned that I needed to catch up in playing World of Warcraft. So that I was ready to raid with my friends. I have now done that as of yesterday, so that is complete. But yes, it's been a very long week. I'm very tired. I'm very stressed and very upset today. But I wanted to make sure that I still streamed because I promised that I would, and it would do me some good mentally. So here I am. What have you been up to, Z? How has your week been? You okay? How are your AFK stages coming along, Z? You tanking it through? Thank you. I appreciate it. Alan said I don't want to live. Fair enough. We might have got this for you, Vi. We might have got this for you. There you go. Big. There you go, my friend. Oh, we did it. Callan doesn't need to live. You just need to cross over. Hot stuff. Work is a nightmare. Getting a breather while I crying over Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Is Knights of Seven Kingdoms the precursor to Game of Thrones? Is it that TV series, Z? I've seen so many like viral clips on Instagram about it. It looks incredible. I haven't watched it myself, but I've seen a lot of like viral clips. It looks really, really good. Hello, hey Wine, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I keep trying to combine words. Damn, what is this AFK Stage Pro gameplay? I'm definitely not a professional. Just trying my best. Callan has S++, was doing something for Proxy, realized guy didn't have it. Vi, do you have the S++ on Callan? Oh my god, you're going through. Oh, hey Shelby. Now, if anybody wants an AFK Stage Pro, Shelby is definitely an AFK Stage Pro. By the way, I owe everybody, whether you're watching this live or on a VOD, I owe you an apology. I said that I would do a video for you yesterday, but with all my stuff happening, IRL, I didn't really have the time or the what's the word, or the energy to create the video that I wanted to create, because I wanted it to be a good one. So I will try and do it later tonight, if not tomorrow. So yeah, watch out for a video. The one thing that I'm not going to do, in case you're wondering, is review the image of Gunner. I can't. I'm not as good at getting content out of just an image as someone like Puzzle. I can't do it. I can't sit there and talk about it. When was the burial pool stream? Honestly, from what I've heard about and what I've seen about Gunner, we're going to be doing a Gunner pool stream, unfortunately. And I feel really bad for Shelby. I hope, Shelby, you've got enough resources after pulling Italia to pull Gunner, because holy hell, does that man look absolutely nuts from what I've seen. So, yep, we're in for a fun time. Once again, I mentioned this on one of my previous streams. It is absolutely insane how many of the Celestial Hypergean units are required to do AFK stages in the last couple seasons. And if it looks like he is going to be another backbreakingly good Celestial Hypergean hero. So we have that to look forward to. I didn't like your profile. I haven't liked your profile today yet, but I know. You have to earn it. I like the new hypo. I don't like the look of him, I'll be honest. He's not my cup of tea. He reminds me a lot of, if anybody here played Final Fantasy XIV online, he reminds me a lot of the bad guy from like the opening story. The guy who was in armor. Was his name Callus or Caius or something like that? Who tries to control Ultima, something like that. That guy. He reminds me a lot of that guy. Oh, hey, Calf. I've got all my Aurora aerial enjoyers in the chat. Team, I think I have to... I'm so stupid for doing this, by the way. I think I came 8th in Primal Lord. I haven't checked yet. I think I came 8th. I don't have Aurora plus 20, and it looks like Aurora plus 20 is required for a decent score in Titan Reaver. Therefore, I feel like I'm going to have to do it, and if I have to do it now, I should have just done it in Primal Lord and got a better score. But, oh well. My bad. I haven't checked my Primal Lord score. I could be less than 8th. I was 8th last night. Plus 25 P4. What's done is done. Exactly. What's done is done. Oh, this is an awful... Oh, no, it's not. Is this the awful one? No, this is the fine one. Okay. Better pat. pay. No, you said it now, Kath. Better pate than never. I don't mind that saying. That's a good saying. I'm gonna remember that one. What did everybody react to the calendar like? Can I try and find the calendar for us to quickly look at? Where is the calendar? Because I haven't even looked at the calendar, I'll be honest. I've been so stressed and busy. Where's the calendar? Here it is. Can I drag this? I can drag this. Hold on then. Looking at the calendar, we got some good stuff coming. Can I zoom? Oh my god, I can zoom. There we go. We got Tassie and Isabella coming back. I don't need either of these. I feel really bad that Tassie is just gone, by the way, from the meta. She does not look like she is returning anytime soon. It looks like we're getting Pippa and Zoria. Are these both going to be S's, by the way? Or do we think Pippa is going to be an A? What's the census on that? And Pippa's going to be a wilder unit, right? I'm really excited about this hero. I'm really, really excited about Zoria. I really, really liked her in the story. She looks really cool. I'm excited that we're getting a copy of Gala from the 7-day login. Gala is Gala looks incredible. Gala is incredible. She's like really, really good at the moment, and I want to get her to P4, and I'm like 5 copies from doing it. This event interests me. By the way, like this event here really, really interests me. I'm interested because we're going to get Leica. We're going to get that Leica skin. This here might be the start of that paid event that we saw. You know, the one with the Aurora skin. This could be that event. This could be the top-up event that we might get, just as an FYI. And I like the centerpiece being the Stellar Crystal. It looks interesting there. Crystal Ascent. By the way, this starts on what? The 5th? 5th? 6th of March, right? Yeah, 5th, 6th of March. So basically, it starts 3rd of the 5 after patch update, midnight. So it starts on the... Oh. It starts on the... It starts on the 5th or the 6th. One of the two. I'll check it out. But yeah, that's cool. I'll make sure that I've got the day off so that we can stream Phase 2 start. With regards to this, by the way, it's hilarious. If anybody here... it's really funny. So I was meant to have a ton of like serious work stuff at the end of this week. It all got pushed to the 5th and the 6th of March. It's like they know. It's like they knew. So that's funny. But Wear Aurora skin, I think it's going to be announced as being attached to this Vi. I really do. I think it will be attached to this because I believe in the trailer it said something about Dawnlight, and this could be that, right? This could be that. Let's quickly go back to the game before we go this. Go back to this. So we got Titan Reaver again, which is cool. Crystal Ascent, new side quest, which we like. Reputation quest. I'm a bit disappointed by reputation. Can't speak today. Quests. Because we used to get XP from them, which is why I did them. And now we don't get XP from them, so I feel less obliged to do them more urgently than I used to. I used to take them in really quickly for both the XP and the story content. Now I'm so focused on pushing stages, I don't get to enjoy them. But yeah. New system Starry Tales. Is this what you're referring to, Chippy? Starry Tales looks something might be interesting. Everything else is just the usual. This has what? Atalia? Is that Atalia? There you go, Shelby. Shelby, if you're still here, you get some nice, get some essence for you, mate. At least you get a bit of payback. I'm interested that the fact this is put in the line with Clash Fronts. New system Starry Tales. What do we think this is going to be? Do we think this is going to be like ongoing additional story content for certain heroes? Again, it's like in Tales Gone By, Atalia was a fierce warrior who... Yeah, exactly, Kath. Yeah, exactly. Like a fierce hero who did XYZ, and we get like a look into... a look into what they did. That could be a thing, I think. And then we finally get Clash Fronts. Clash Fronts, I'm really disappointed that we didn't get Clash Fronts this phase, because you may or may not know this. Clash Fronts to me is one of the most important and pivotal pieces of this game, and the reason I think that, especially early on in a season, is you get to be so creative in the teams and the artifact usage that you can really overcome genuine deficits by creating smart teams in Clash Fronts. As you go through a season, it gets worse. Sorry, it gets easier for a bigger player to just have an advantage compared to an early season state. So I'm happy that it's in phase 2, sure, but I would have rathered it be in phase 1. I'm still disappointed that it wasn't. Spell Slingers is coming back. We are still planning, team, to do a Spell Slingers tournament. I'm going to do an invitational. I'm going to see how much interest there is. I will put, later today, I'm going to put a post on the community center. If you are interested, I need you to vote yes. Because depending on the interest will depend on the size of the tournament, whether I do it to 16 players, 32 players, and it will be an invitational, meaning it will be first come, first serve, there'll be prizes, it will just be some fun. It will probably be fairly short, sweet and simple, given it's rock, paper, scissors at the end of the day, but I want to do something fun around Spellslingers. Primal Lord, Sound Thresher, that's cool. Pearl Tycoon. As you may or may not know, fishing is my favorite thing in this game, so Pearl Tycoon is pretty good. Homestead Permanent System Avalon Creator. What is this? That's weird. Is this like a... Is this we got the defeat music. That's sad. Homestead Permanent System Avalon Creator. What do we think this is? Because this isn't going to be new levels, right? This doesn't look like it will be new levels for Homestead. It looks like it's going to be like template creation, and then you get to vote on it. I don't know, something like that. All right, that sounds pretty cool. It's permanent, so it comes out straight away in phase 2. I hope that we get Golden Supplier again. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to Homestead, I am saving all of my stamina basically every day in effort to make sure that the next time the Golden Supplier stuff comes up, I am ready to go balls to the wall. So that is a thing. Right, Vi. Let's try your 151 again, but watch it to see what actually goes wrong. $151 was a really frustrating AFK stage, not gonna lie. Would be cool if there's some way to get Celestial Hypogean copies. I agree, Chippy. If they give us another route to get more single copies of a Celestial Hypogean, like even if it's a copy, I think it would be very, very rewarding. With the amount, I keep saying this, the amount of AFK stage usage that Celestial Hypogeans are seeing, we need more one-copy wonders to make an appearance. It looked pretty good, by the way, team. Not gonna lie. I thought the road map looked quite nice. Oh, team. Baharital. Is there a different team that we can just, like, press? There's a Perseus team? What is this? What is this? Oh my, Vi, you've got Crown Perseus. Why did I not know about this? Look at this, Chad. Vi's got Crown Perseus. Oh my, Vi. My lordy. This is a non-Saida team as well. I didn't even realize it's non-Saida. This is crazy. What is this team? Who cooked this? Who was like, do you know what? Let's just not have Saida. Let's just go Perseus against the world. Like, clearly Perseus is losing. Alright. What a name. Look at this guy's name. Ah, yes. Duck ass. Quickly, we need your help. The... No charms maybe on Perseus. Vi, have you got charms on Perseus? I didn't look. My guess is it has to be this. No! You can! Yeah, okay. I have charms, yes. What a beast. This AFK stage, day 1, literally made me lose the will to live. If anybody here did this AFK stage day 1, you are an absolute monster. I can't applaud you more. This AFK stage just was so toxic. Yeah, I thought the same should be. I'm guessing she's here. Oh, hi Matt. How you doing, my friend? You all good? Oh, we did it! Somebody else did it. Fuck's sake. Was it Calf? Calf, did you just do it for Vi? I did it. But Calf beat me to it. Well done, Calf. Good on you. There you go. Calf did it. Oh, look at this. I still haven't bought this skin. I haven't bought this. Vi, do you have my makeup? That's such a weird thing for me to say. Vi, do you have my makeup? Oh my word, Vi bought my makeup. To be fair, this makeup is the best makeup. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's the starry eye. It looks fucking cool. It looks so cool. Give myself a little like. Alright team, we got a frame. We got a title. Big catch. I'm changing this. I am now Big Catch. There you go. Buy Ravian skin right now or else. Hey Mesh. How you doing, Mesh? Mesh, you surely have completed your AFK stages, my friend, right? You surely have done all of your AFK stages. Right. I don't even know where is it? Where is the skin? Cosmetics. It stopped giving me the pop-up about it. I got 11 days to buy it. I got 31 dragon crystals. That is impressive. I don't know where my dragon crystals went. Maybe I drunkenly... I don't drink, so I can't really say that. Maybe I sugar rushingly... what's the word? Spent them on something. I know that I need to restore a few bundles. Is everybody else now at max... what's the word? Fishing shop? Harak takes all those. I think Harak may have eaten a lot of them. Unfortunately, Harak's best mate, aka Gunner, might take the rest of them. What's the... so team, is there any value in me going above and beyond? I haven't done this event in the last 3 days. Even though I love fishing, I haven't done this event in the last 3 days. Is there actually any value in me going anything beyond this? Is it just gold? What PL team does Gunner support? Oh, Arsenal. That is a good joke there. That is a great joke, Vi. That is actually a great British joke. Probably no. Just gold. I stopped fishing too today. I don't get why they don't... I don't... So, if you remember rightly, when we had my favourite event, by the way, that shop where you... Sorry, the trading game where we were going through the different towns, you could still earn a chest, but it gave you like no gold at all. Why not just do that for this as well? I don't know why you don't incentivize people to keep playing the event. There's loads of time left in it. 7 days. It's crazy. Yeah, the Monopoly one, Calf. Yeah. Oh, Iazen. How are you doing, my friend? You all good? We should check out where we came in Primal Lord. I haven't actually, I haven't seen. I think I came 8th. That was a really weird transition, not gonna lie. Pretty, but strange. I come 8th. 8th. That's fine. I couldn't get higher than 1,430 with my team. I just don't have... I only have Aurora at +10. So, my problem. And then I get my rewards that I missed. Same as me. Yeah, fair, Calf. Oh, what? Calf, you came 8th as well. That's pretty good. Nice little coinky dink. These bundles annoy me to no end. This is literally just a normal rate up bundle. Congratulate. When we used to get the Primal Lord defeat stuff, we had that like paid one where you could like, it was like 10 steps and it was actually worthwhile. Now we just get a rate up banner pop up. Like, why? Like, can we not go back to like some decent ones? I'm good. What about you, Dreamer? I'm doing better now, to be fair. Before I started streaming, I was very low. The last couple of days I've been very low, but it is what it is. It was 1,500 value compared to... Oh, yeah. Like, it used to be, like, ridiculous value. Now it's just the 800% stuff, right? It's crazy. I hate it. Not a fan. Bad. Alright, guys. So, just as an idea, by the way, concept for an upcoming video. I don't know how many of you care about AFK Stages. I was watching, what's the word? I was watching Puzzle's State of AFK Journey video, and he was talking about, like, some of the things that he felt were a bit of an issue. For me, what's the right way of saying this? I think there is a different set of issues, which is there is a massive, massive gap in the rewards between certain game modes. And I wanted to kind of like highlight that. But also, I want to highlight some of like the old systems that are just like flat as anything. Like, this could be updated. This could be updated. Like, we could have so many updates in the Emporium. We've talked about it before on this stream. Like, we all have an absolute abundancy of... I can't even find them. Of acorns. Like, just loads of stuff needs to and could be updated fairly easily. So we're gonna need to you're gonna need to give me, like I said, I was gonna try and do it for you Friday, but the stuff that happened to me IRL has happened to me, and I have to just deal with that. So I will get it out to you as soon as possible. Saving up for rent next month. The rent is stupid. Yes, yeah, it is. The dimensional store thing. Where is it? Is it in Guild? No, it's not in Guild Store. It's in Season Store, right? This is crazy. The diamond costs, they're crazy. Not fan. We can get Theodore to P4 if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to save up for Gala copies. Alright, team. Alright, let's go back to doing some proxies. If you're stuck, by the way, if you're in the chat, you're stuck on an AFK stage, let me know, because I'm just proxying Vi at the moment. But if anybody needs it, not this, the one with the frame. Oh, but the amount of people that I've seen with the frame now, Calf, is crazy. I've seen loads of people with the frame. I know which one you're talking about. It's the friendship store one. It's this one. I am never notified. I'm very rarely notified, maybe once in a blue moon, that somebody has rented a dimensional unit for me. I have 710 points. I have no idea where. I have no idea how. I have no idea where from. I saw somebody with this frame the other day in my district. They just magically, they literally have the frame plus like another 1,000 points. It must be, there must be some way that it's broken. I have zero. Look, this system is so bad. It's so random. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. And if you ask support, can you explain this to me? They're like, oh, there's somebody out there will request to borrow a unit from you. And it's like, no one has ever requested it from me. I have it, but I made 5 volts to rent it from my mate. That is absolute tech. That is absolute tech. There you go, everybody. You just gotta do that. I absolutely love that. That is so good. All right. Where are... Okay, we'll go back to Vi stuff. Where's Vi? Here he is. Vi, wait, before I do, Vi, are you ahead of me on power again? You're what? 96. What am I? Oh. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a whale on our hands here. Mr. Vi. Mr. Vi, could we... Nightbot is being spammy. Oh yeah, it is. I know why it is as well, which is really frustrating. Because I told it not to. Hold on. Hold on. Commands. Giveaway. Timers. Turn that one off. There we go. Easy peasy. We're back. I need to pull 1 burial to compete. I have a copy of burial. I have my 1 copy burial thanks to the thanks to the pre-story. Thanks to the pre-season story. Oh my word. I can't say that. I was literally about to say something that would get me in trouble. I know something that is coming. And I'm not a fan of it. That's all I can say. I know something that's coming. And I'm not a fan of it. What's the most cryptic way I can tell you, Matt? Matt, you know my account better than I do, maybe. Who don't I own? And that would be a good signal to you. There you go. Can you clear every AFK stage if you don't have everyone upgraded to S+? Manuel, that's a good question. Are you talking about... are you talking about season AFK stages? So you don't have any units at Supreme Plus? Or are you talking about pre-season? Which type of stages are we talking about? Are you talking about Apex? I'm working on brainwashing Dreamer to get burial. Mate, it's slowly happening. Unfortunately, the news that I've seen might completely have dispelled any chance that you had. Oh no indeed, Mesh. I love stages. No Saida, no cooling, no Auna. Just 1 copy Mahira and my boy Baoren. Azin, you are going to love the fact that we are swiftly moving to phase 2 and phase 3 pretty soon. Because if you know this, burial, Calf's got the word ingrained in my mind. Baoren gets better with age as the season progresses, which is nice. Should we prepare something? There's nothing that you can prepare for the knowledge that I have, unfortunately, because there's no reason for you to go out and build what it is. That's all I can say, once again, without giving it away completely. By the way, I keep seeing this absolute monster. Mesh says, I think I know. I can't confirm or deny. I'll give you 1 hint. It ain't to do with Harak. It ain't to do with Harak. If it were to do with Harak, we would be sat here pulling Harak for an absolute meme. I'd have rocked up today like, oh, everybody, we're pulling Harak. Gonna fully embrace the memes. Can I give clues, Dreamer? You can give clues, my friend. But I can't... If you guys guessed it right, I can't tell you that you've guessed it right. I will tell... the only clue that I can give you is that it's not Harak. But that's it. Is this, by the way, a Lightbearer team? This is a Lightbearer team, right? We've got Siren, Sylvan, Hugin. So this is something that I actually... I'm not taking any credit here. This is something that I theorized when I was doing my Sylvan preview, and I never ever showed it to anybody. But it wasn't Mihira. Mihira wasn't in this team, it was Saida. This is really interesting. I guess you don't need Saida because of the control. I had Siren or Perseus as the third. It's nice to see that this is a thing. Alright. This is the Timu Saida team. That is funny. I love that. I love that. That is funny. Even I don't know, but I think I tried this but for a friend. It's curing insomnia with the pew pew. It is very much pew pew damage. I didn't realize that Vi pulled Sylvan, by the way, to a pullable rate. I'm guessing that's maybe where the score difference between you and I is coming from again. I only have him at S. Oh, guys, I forgot to put... Celise is off banner now, right? I forgot to put Celise onto my wish list. Sorry, Manuel, by the way. I answered your question in my head, but I'm out of it today, and I didn't answer it out loud. So, going back to your question, Manuel. Apex Stages, do you need everybody S+? Right now, if you want to declare AFK Stages at this point of the phase today, yes, you would need at least a majority of your units to be Supreme Plus. If not... Well, I think it would be fine with Supreme Plus units. However, if you are someone that does not have Supreme Plus units, you will struggle. For example, you can get away with things like 1 copy Mihira, 1 copy Kulu, but if you don't have, say, Supreme Plus Saida or Supreme Plus Twins, these sorts of things, it's going to really hurt you. In addition to that, Matt has hit the nail on the head. The artifact that we're using this season, like, it works better with the higher ascended heroes that you have. Because of how it works, it scales off team attack, and as you grow your units from Legendary to Mythic to Supreme Plus, they gain a lot of attack value. So, unfortunately, right now, today, yes, you would need Supreme Plus units. That's not to say that on the final day of this phase that you will, but a lot of units, enhanced forces that you get at Supreme Plus are really, really useful. So, yeah, just to basically say that. Well, that team didn't work, did it, guys? Like, for example, this team... So, I'll stop it quickly. This team here that we've just seen, it has Legendary Brutus, which is only like a few copies. It's got 1 copy Mihira, but then it has Supreme Plus Saida, Paragon 1 Hugin, and Supreme Plus Celise. Like, this is a fairly reasonable thing to expect. So you can get away with 1 or 2 units that aren't the backbone of your team being Supreme Plus, but in this team, Saida is the main damage dealer, alongside Celise being the main supporter with Hugin. So those 3 units being the core, if they are at Supreme Plus, you'd be fine. So there you go. I reached almost 500 today with barely any CH except Baron and 1 copy Mihira. There you go. See, Aizen is halfway done with Apex Stages, and he has that. If Blazeburn didn't exist, currently the Sylvan team would be... It would. I think you're right, Matt. Oh, Mr. Verts. How are you doing, my friend? You all good? Are you enjoying... Have you done all of your stages on Verts Junior, Are those the two that you're maintaining at the moment? You've only got two, right? Or do you have a third? I can't remember. Have you done all of them on all of them? I really like these units. These guys remind me of something out of like a little fairy tale film. They're so funny. They remind me, like, I feel like you would see these in Shrek. They just look funny. Yes, 2 only. I finished Junior 2 days ago. 2 days is huge, dude. So that's really cool. Very nice. Are you happy that you now have a break until Phase 2? I mean, we've got Pioneer coming up. If Shelby, if you're still here, are you going to push Pioneer like an absolute demon again? Same to you, Verts. You're going to push Pioneer like a demon. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I have it in me. First on Verts and third on Verts Junior. That's pretty good. Podium on both. That's very, very nice, my friend. And look at him. I love that he works at 1 copy. Hey, that's pretty cool. Team, just because I got told by somebody as a heads up, make sure that you have a drink, stretch, smile, breathe. It's important. Didn't expect that was an order. I was going to ask how come you changed your name to Junior. All right. Z, you asked me a question earlier, and I don't think I answered it. You asked me a question about WoW and how I'm playing it alongside this. Basically, I'm focused on this because this is the game that I love, adore, and I really enjoy creating content for you guys and streaming and doing all of this other stuff. Like, I've found an absolute pleasure and love just being part of this community. And then I said to some of my friends that I would play WoW with them for the anniversary stuff. So as soon as stages were done, I've been playing that and getting some stuff ready for raids. But I don't think I'm in the raid this week, which is good because it gives me more time to prepare and catch up. Managed to get a lunch break. Got you on one screen and football on the other. Liverpool, Marcus, you're watching the Liverpool game versus Notts Forest. I'm really not sure how that's going to go, considering Notts Forest have a new manager, and I'm kind of nervous by the bounce back that can happen when people get new managers. Oh my, we're going to have to manual this. All right. I'm hate watching the North London derby. You insane. Why am I insane, Gav? Played WoW for 21 years, but stopped. Well, Mesh, it's time to get back on the chain. WoW plus AFKJ, how do you have a life? Dude, I'm not quite sure. Like, what's the word? I'm one of those people that I find time for stuff, and unfortunately, I probably find it in the wrong way, which is I sacrifice sleep. And I never ever recommend to anybody that you sacrifice sleep for things. I will push as much as I can on Pioneer because I want to. Well, save my records to push on the main server. It'll be really interesting once again. So something that you guys might not be aware of for the people who pushed on Pioneer, they did a fantastic job of outlining the AFK stages that were going to be tough, but on top of that, they did an incredible job. By the way, how on earth did we just do that AFK stage? Anyway, of the stages that changed. So there were certain AFK stages in Pioneer that were actually changed in terms of the heroes there, compared to live, and that is really interesting. So Shelby Verts, I'd be really, really interested again to see exactly which stages change, because it's kind of nice to see that they are listening, watching. I don't know the right way of saying it. Yeah. I've been on Twitchy on them all season. Yeah, it's... By the way, Notts Forest, talking football here, Notts Forest are a fantastic team. And one day they turn up and then the next day they don't. So it's definitely a very interesting one. My senpai is akin to the same thing, asking the same thing about you. I also think WoW is very easy nowadays to maintain, which is a nice thing. I got 3 kids, so I don't sleep anyway. Fair play to you, Marcus. That is incredible. 3 little Marcuses running around. A few hours after they go to bed. Yeah, that's fair. I was explaining to my personal trainer about how I stayed up for a ridiculous amount of time pushing AFK stages, and I could see his like eyes glazed over because he was just like, I've got no clue what this guy's talking about. This guy's a complete meathead, absolute Chad, huge, built like a brick shit house, massive man. And the first thing he said to me was, the lack of sleep is not optimal for muscle building. I was like, I know, I'm not dumb. I was like, I know this. It's just like, in future, I would not recommend it. I'm like, I know you wouldn't recommend this. But yeah, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right. AFK Stage Prio video, Paragon Prio video. When? It's on the list of things that I have to do. Where is it? AFK stage. So my list of videos that I need to put out as like things are, I need to do impressions on phase 1, which we can do at any point. I need to do, if you don't know this, I need to start, basically Jake from the Yap Discord politely asked me if I wanted to put together like a small series helping players be introduced to AFK stages. And I would love to. I would love to try and help. Like I've always said, if my videos, be it my replays or something else, help one person, I would do that. And yeah, I'm gonna do those. So I need to do some of that. I have the AFK stage wish list update, which we can do some Paragon stuff in. I've got a how do you use 2 synergies in one day little video that I want to do. I wanted to do a video comparing the state of every game mode versus one another in terms of like throughout a phase, how much rewards do you get in AFK stages compared to Dream Realm, compared to Supreme Arena, to show and highlight just how bad AFK stage players have it. So that's one thing that I wanted to do. I also wanted to highlight things like AFK stage players don't get a title, and the fact that we, as a game, have been renamed to AFK Journey Homestead, yet there are no Homestead rewards in the leaderboard or the ladder for AFK Journey, for AFK stages or Dream Realm or any of the game modes. So yeah, a bit weird one on that. So those are the videos that I wanted to do, and then I also still want to do my Aurora Mimi video. I just need to record the funny bits of it, to be honest. Alright, next is... how do you play games when you have kids? Yeah, it always amazes me whenever I hear parents playing games. They're good at them and they're really active. It's definitely an interesting one. Forest owner is swiping on the wrong manager bundle after Nuno. Yeah, definitely. That is very true. Let's go to the next one. By the way, thanks everybody for being here. I genuinely really appreciate it. Some stages got changed. Yeah, it was good. I like that they changed them, by the way. And I know it was mainly the Talia stuff, but the fact that they recognized that Talia was extremely oppressive is very good. I think I'm 2 expansions behind on WoW. Recommend rejoining. The only reason that I rejoined WoWcaf is I wanted to play Anniversary, which they just released for the Burning Crusade with my friends, and that is the only reason why. I've been part of a very tight-knit group who I'm very fortunate to have found and been part of for I don't know how many years, like 10 years, maybe more in that game, and they're doing it, and they asked if I wanted to be part of it, and I miss that kind of like hanging out in a raid environment and just bantering. So yeah, that's the only reason why I really came back to that. It's easy to maintain, it's easy to play, like it's not hard, and it's just a bit of fun with your pals kind of thing. Aizen is a bodybuilder. Is this true, Aizen? Reveal yourself. Are you a bodybuilder? I'm currently rocking, I think I'm 8.3% body fat at the moment, literally right now. My PT and I did a caliper test the other day. I think I'm at 8.3%. I think that's what he said. But I'm not huge at the moment. I'm like 74 kilograms, 75 kilograms, something like that. Aizen will agree to that. The amount of my 3 coaches gave me for not sleeping properly. Mate, sleep is so vital. I traveled to Bilbao to... Oh yeah, you did. You competed in Hydrox. I ended up racing Saturday, sleeping 5 hours to Persian racing Sunday. Jeez, mate. The local gym to me is opening up a Hydrox facility. I've never done it. I've always been a very traditional bodybuilder. I used to be really passionate at road cycling when I was a kid. Road cycling was my thing. And then I went... If you have ever watched the Olympics, you know what I mean when I say the velodrome. It's like this center where you are on like a cycling course. And I as a very young adult, I was basically very good at sprint cycling. I had massive legs, and I was in this velodrome, and I, for some reason, kind of like gave up road cycling. And then one day I was like, do you know what? I want to go out on my bike on the road, and I got hit by a car. So I swiftly gave up cycling. So that was the thing. I don't know how is Aizen... I know, Mesh. I know. Yeah. I was completely fine, which was the nice thing. Like, I just suddenly became terrified of cycling. And where I hurt myself slightly, I didn't hurt myself a lot, but where I hurt myself slightly, it just meant that I didn't have time anymore to do it. That was when I was very, very young. I need to get back to working out too. Hazi, there's nothing better mentally than working out. Like, I mentioned in my community post, for the reason that I delayed stream a little bit today, I've had a really like tough couple of days mentally in terms of IRL, in terms of in real life. And before I streamed, I went to the gym and I just trained shoulders and just threw some weights around and got it all out. So it definitely helps you mentally as well as physically, which is nice. That's what I miss out in a proper social, things like gym, sport. Yeah, the gym is a really nice area because you can choose to plug in and plug out. Like you can approach people, you can find really like-minded people. It's really funny. One of the I lost contact with a friend of mine for so many years, and I found him. So I lost contact with him. He was 51 kilograms. He's 6 foot tall. He was 51 kilograms, which is nothing for somebody of that size. And when I met him again, randomly in a gym in the UK where I was visiting, I found him at 114 kilos, pure muscle, absolute monster. And the only reason I recognized him, he still had the same pins on his backpack from when he was a kid, because he basically played the same games as me. He played a card game that we played, and I walked up to him and was like, there's no way that you are this person. He was like, yeah, I am. Who are you? And I was like, I'm this person. They were like, oh my word. And it was just like this complete just happen chance. And yeah, it's incredible what the gym what you find in the gym and who you find in the gym. But yeah, Verts, the Hydrox in Bilbao sounds awesome. When's your next one planned? When are you going to do your next one? Do you notice any change in the daily buff? Shelby, I'll be honest, I don't. I never really do. From what I understand, I think it is a 1% buff every day. And 1% day to day, I don't think you'll feel. I do think that you would feel it if you came back after like a week. That would be my guess. It would be really nice. And once again, I've asked support. I've even asked in my I'm very, very lucky to be able to have this. I now can submit game feedback in a separate Discord. I've even asked in that Discord to say, hey, could you please tell me like how much the AFK stage buff increases day by day? And the answer is still, please refer to the in-game piece. And I'm like, don't fucking say anything, guys. So, yeah, that's still the thing. FF14 Ultimate Ray broke me. Too many ego and passive-aggressive nerds for me. The worst is so high. Like like it's... If you ever raid, like Matt, if you ever raid at a sharp end in a game, the amount of egos that are there is insane. But I get it. Like, from playing World of Warcraft with, like, at the sharp end and playing in the rank 1 team in the world, I know what goes into it. And even nerds have egos. Like, they have to be as good as they are in some shape or format. And even I carried an ego around what I played. So I get it. To me, it's like the same as, I don't classify it quite obviously physically as like football or something like that, but it's crazy how like personalities exist in like a huge team like that. But I get it. Never unless a friend baits me to it. Oh, go on, Bert, do it again. Just keep going, Calf. I broke the 100 down to 95 still at Calf. You got this. I know that you asked me like many moons ago about coming down. That is fantastic progress so far, my friend. Like Matt said it, consistency is absolute key. Like, you have to stay consistent. If you can stay consistent, you got this. I own a gym, so I spent half my life now at the gym, if not there. See, when I was younger, I thought that I would be a personal trainer. I trained to be a personal trainer. Like, I have a background in personal training and nutrition. So, I always thought that would be my career path. I always thought that is what I would do. But ultimately, I just use it as a social thing now, which is nice. Nah, but yeah, I'm mostly into planking, swimming, cycling. Only went to the gym for wall climbing. Oh, wall climbing is fantastic. I'm so jealous. We have a local wall climb to us, and I haven't been in ages, but it's amazing for your back. It is fantastic for your posture. I could not recommend wall climbing more. It's so good for you. Dreamer, didn't you get attacked by Lilith employees in the gym again? So the background of this story, guys, is I was on the stepper at the gym, and I had been on it for quite a while. I can't remember the exact amount of time. I think it was like 30 minutes, guys. And I was going for like a certain period of time, and I wanted to get to a certain amount of floors before I stopped. Like, I mentally always want to get to a certain like full number. I'm a bit OCD like that. And I was like, right, I'm going to get to there. And suddenly I felt this like tug, and I felt myself falling. And I was like, I just fell backwards off this stepper machine. Because it's quite far up, it's quite raised. And I landed on the floor on my feet. Like, I landed okay. And I was like, how on earth have I just fallen off the stepper machine? I was like, did my balance go? I was like, what's that? And I looked around, and there was a guy like, are you done? And this guy had just pulled me off the stepper because he wanted to use it. I was like, bruh, I don't think you can do that. That was extremely weird. I got told that he swiftly had his membership revoked and asked to go somewhere else. So that was definitely a thing eventually. think he stopped doing stairs in the gym now. No, still rocking it. Still rocking it. It's my most loved cardio. If anybody here has ever gone on a stepper as their cardio, you'll know how therapeutic it is just stepping away on a really high, what's the word, pace. Just climbing up the stairs. Love it. Absolutely love it. Also, you proxying... yeah, I'm proxying Vi's AFK stages at the moment, everybody. And apparently I just popped up a Stargazer bundle for him. Mate, it means you got to buy it. How close are you to Paragon for Aurora, Vi? Oh, Mr. Oslo. I'm okay. I'm a lot better today. I'm a lot better now I've started streaming. How are you doing, my friend? Are you all good? Mythic rating and plus keys dreamer? Yeah, like the mythic rating and I mean the key scene is even worse from an ego perspective. Like the key teams are insanely ego-driven, crazed. Like that is where all the drama is. The drama is no longer in the raiding teams, to my understanding. It tends to be in the Mythic Plus key stuff. So, gym is the most fun part of my day, not gonna lie. Aizen, I completely agree with you. I adore the fact that I can just retreat to a space. I can throw around some weights. Yeah, adore it. Alright, what is everybody up to right now then, guys? What are you guys doing? Make sure that you eat. Make sure you drink. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I need to eat lunch. I'll do that after stream. We're going to be going for... We've been going for an hour. Oh, we've been going for an hour. We're going to go for about another hour. We'll do a 2-hour stream, I think, today. Maybe a little bit longer, depending on what we come across in terms of Vi stages. But I want to quickly help him. My my no Auna friend. Where is he? He's got 1 copy of Auna. I should cook some fish. Go for it. Yeah, Vi definitely needs to sin for the Phantomal side. He needs an Auna for the Phantomal side. Finished Apex 4 or 5 days ago. Finished 4th, got bored, restarted AFK Arena. Go on, Marcus. By the way, I think loads and loads of people have finished Phase 1 Apex stages. It's really, really like... there are so many people that have finished them compared to Season 5 Phase 1. And I think that is because of how amazingly overpowered purple charms are. I'm wondering, I want your opinion on that. Do you think that that's the reason? Do you think the reason that so many more players have been able to do AFK stages or complete them is because of the purple charms? And the metric that I have is in Season 5 Phase 1, in my district in Season 5, I think only 11 players cleared Apex stages in the entirety of that phase. Whereas in this phase already alone, I think 13 players we just observed have cleared it in my district. And we're not even like 16 days from the end. So I'm wondering what your opinions on that is. Whether this is easier AFK stages, whether it's purple charms, or a mix. What's your thoughts there? I'm going to break my fast in 30 minutes. So going to be leaving then. Fair, mate. Oh, yeah. Fair. Probably yes, but more people care about stages as season progress. I think due to charms, but something I've seen is now very widespread. True. I don't disagree with that. A shift is happening from DR to AFK stages. That's interesting that you're observing that. Oh, my little lady. It's really interesting that if you think that there's a shift going on, I'm intrigued by that because once again, the reward scale is still so not in AFK stages favor. Like I was looking at this from a day-to-day perspective. So to break this down, at least this is what I've got so far in my notes. There are 37 days in total of Phase 1 Season 6, meaning you have 37 days of Dream Realm rewards, 27 days of Season Arena rewards, or Supreme Arena, sorry, And all of that is versus AFK stages. And I need to map out what 37 days of top 10 Dream Realm rewards are compared to completing AFK stages in Season 1, Phase 1. Because my guess is we're going to have a massively disproportionate terms of rewards in favor of Dream Realm, because Dream Realm and Season Arena get loads of stuff. What I'm not proposing, by the way, is that suddenly we add like a daily Dream Realm-esque AFK stage calculation where, depending on where you are in the leaderboard, you get rewards. That's not what I'm entertaining here. What I am saying is I want there to be more rewards in the AFK stage track. I want there to be more rewards in the Apex stage track. Like, there's nothing in the Apex stage track other than the season book. So maybe bring back some stuff in the Apex track itself. Like, I don't know why they don't give out extra item level 600 boxes in the AFK stage track. In the Apex stage track. Like, you know how you get your equipment, right, guys? As you're going through the AFK stage track. So if you don't know what I mean by this is this thing here. This is the track. And when we get into Apex, suddenly there is nothing from these. It's only in the season handbook that we get rewards based on these. What is stopping them from putting an additional item level 600 chest every 50 stages? Nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. But they could do it, and it would probably be very beneficial. So, yeah. Need to make a note of that. There you go. Thanos. Is Thanos Gunner? Is that what people are referring to? I love Saida's analogy, by the way. Saida stays the queen. Auna protects the queen. It's so true. Saida is the backbone of AFK stages, at least in Phase 1, and Auna is simply there to protect her. Like, as we've seen, I'm pushing Vi along. He doesn't have Auna. We have done so many stages thanks to the pure grace and love of Saida. Is literally it. In partially due, I think it's the fact no serious walls like last season. I think the baseline difficulty was a bit higher. I think that the walls that existed, Marcus, were easily overcome because of purple charms. Like, for example, 232. If anybody here got stuck at 232, I think in the past 232 would have been a synergy stage. And there were a few other stages that we came across and I was like, holy, this is a synergy stage. So 307. 307 looked like a synergy stage, but it wasn't. And it's because purple charms were so oppressive. Like, they unlocked so much power. It's crazy. It is so, so crazy. Say this with charms Rex. She does. And it's really interesting because I remember I watched, and I'm no flame to them, I watched a certain content creator go through the charms when they were announced and say that Saida is going to be severely underpowered in this season because of how bad her charms are. Like, hello? I don't think so. Like, are you dumb? Like, yeah, her charms are very, very good. Very, very good. Phase 1, Damien Paradise. Oh, who was it? Who was it that sent me this? If it was you that sent me this and you're in the chat, I severely apologize for forgetting. Somebody sent me a image that highly suggests that, and we always speculated this, by the way, that Dunlinger obviously disappeared from AFK stages, and it's highly suggested by support that the person that took Dunlinger's spot is Damien in the AFK stages that he should be in. And that they have basically never updated it to void that, meaning we will always get innately slightly more Damien stages for that reason. So yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. With the new heroes, it became easier. True. Yeah, true. I have no way of competing with Wells. They do top 50 WoW in stages. Having is enough to get you at the top. I agree, Kath. I definitely agree. Stages, but I also, I'm quite controversial here in saying this maybe. I think that AFK stages, in terms of first clear rewards and in terms of leaderboard, I think those two things should be scrapped. I don't like how toxic it has created. Oh, so in some environments, it has created this weird toxicity. Because where I can come from this is, once again, from playing a game where you want to defeat something first. Like, I was driven when I was playing World of Warcraft in the Race to World First to defeat a boss first before another guild could. And the reward for that was nothing more than just like a pat on the back and some ego. But we were always at a disadvantage here in EMEA versus those in the US because they would always have access to the raid a little bit earlier, a little bit quicker. So we were always chasing their tail effectively. We were always the chaser in the pack until we got ahead through skill, through determination, through whatever. And then we were like, okay, cool. We're suddenly head honcho. But then you hit your head against something, the week resets, they get their gear quicker. And once again, you're suddenly chasing. It's very reminiscent of this game, where we get these daily resets that can go off, obviously, at times that favor some zones versus others. And for that reason, I don't like how obscenely broken things like the purple charms or the red charms cause, because say you are someone who is normal and you don't want to sacrifice your sleep, you could wake up feasibly. And this is a thing that's probably happened to many a player in this phase and last season. You can wake up and suddenly someone who was nowhere near you through the power creep of charms or season level is suddenly way beyond you in AFK stages. And you've missed out on a first reward or a reward in general. And for that reason, I would rather they bring first rewards to the entire district. And just make it so that everybody benefits. I don't see the harm in doing that. That's just my rant. My eyes are still purple charms, by the way. I still have not recovered from my sleep deprivation. Oh, Mr. David! How are you doing? You're good? Thanos is going to be meta in stages, isn't he? I can neither confirm nor deny. Once again, I have seen something, and I am saving my orbs. I am of the opinion that he may be very good. Whether he'll be very good for AFK stages, I don't know. But I'm of the opinion that he'll be good. Alright, see you later, Calf. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. I will be pulling for Gunner. It's more than likely I'll be pulling for Gunner. I can tell you that. I'm just like not aggrieved, slightly frustrated by the fact that he might be the 8th of the 10 recent Celestial Hypergean to be needed in some form of AFK stage, but we'll see. I'm almost clearing Apex 2. That is so good, my friend. Go on the David. Go on the David. I would prefer Diamonds, Essence rewards. Oh, in terms of the track thing. Oh, yeah, like 100%. I think it's one of those nice that it should be a little bit of everything, like they do in the AFK stage track itself. Like, it should be a bit of diamonds, a bit of this, a bit of that kind of thing. Purple Charms did allow me to push quite hard in the first couple of days after they came out, but then it was manual again, but a healthy amount of auto clears. And I like that, by the way, right? Like, I really like that. I like the fact that they make AFK stages more accessible, but they have to pick a trajectory. You can't go, and maybe you can, and this is just something that I have to accept, understand, and just move on from. But to me, you can't go from 30 AFK stages to 50 AFK stages a day, which was the rate and the pace that we were doing, to suddenly going, oh, guys, here are purple charms. Now you can do all 550 remaining AFK stages. Like, are you mentally well? Like, that to me just, I I can't get over that. I can't get over the fact that you go from a pacing of 50 stages tops a day, and they're intensive, they are challenging, the community band together, you get incredible players who cook these wild and wonderful recipes to overcome them, to suddenly being able to just go, okay, we can suddenly do every AFK stage. I just, yeah, that to me, I have an issue with. And whether that is just something that you have to just deal with, completely fine. But what ends up happening is, because in phase 1 we have that massive increase thanks to purple charms, and then phase 2 we have the massive increase thanks to legendary charms, phase 3 we start very quickly with mythic charms, which is why phase 3 becomes really oppressive and people get drained and tired of AFK stages, because you don't then have that bump throughout the phase. You already swallow it very early, and then suddenly you've got players who were like, what happened to AFK stages? They were really simple in phase 1 and phase 2. Be overwhelmed in phase 3 because they don't have the bump. So you have to either align it completely from a season perspective and go, well, there's always going to be a day where suddenly every stage is doable up to the end, or you start to, I don't know, devalue or wind down how oppressive charms are. And there has to be, at least to me, a happy medium. But that's just me. Like, once again, my take is genuinely and probably not the right one. Six two three 142. Is that where you're at, David? Oh yeah, you were pretty close to buy. I was like buy, but one stage behind. Fair. Phase 3, last season murder. Cracking on this now. They are lower for pushing this season. Yeah, I've seen 1 or 2 people that aren't pushing this season. I'm still really sad. Like, one of the people that I personally really loved talking to in this community, in fact 2, was Zero and Avid. Like, both of those players were fantastic friends of mine, and they just don't push. Like, Avid just is not playing anymore. It's sad. The other thing that slightly controversial, and I'm sorry to, I know that maybe 1 or 2 people even in this chat use it. I still can't get past the fact that there is a third-party plugin that speeds the game up. I'm sorry, I can't. I appreciate it's a thing in China. It's a thing that other players are using in a different region. I can't get past it. It's, once again, it can exist, right? It can exist, but when you start to have leaderboards, first clear rewards, these sorts of things, it can't. You have to be on an equal playing field. Like, you have to have equal stuff. Like, it can't exist in this game. That's just my thing. But what it does say is that they should be adding more. Like, this could be ×5 or ×3. Like, it needs to. They need more options to play the game, because it does invite that conversation into this, definitely. I got behind you to Gala. Oh yeah, you did, David. Did you manage to catch up because you pulled Gala? Did you get more copies of her? Or are you just managing to find other things that work? Where is she at the moment in terms of progress? That was a calendar that we were looking at, by the way. if you wondered what that was. We were looking at the calendar and seeing what was coming out. Because in my busy week, I hadn't actually had a chance to look at the calendar earlier, so we were reviewing it and seeing what was the thing. You still need 1 copy to make her useful. Well, mate, fingers crossed. Is today not the lucky flip day? Is today Sunday? It is. It's lucky flip at reset, so I wish you the best of luck, David, with getting a copy of her. I hope that lasts. Mate, oh, I don't know about anybody else's lucky flip. My lucky flip last week was the worst one that I have ever witnessed in my entire time of that feature. I had 7, and this is no exaggeration, I had 7 of my 9 options after all of my rerolls be Isabella. I had 2 non-Isabella options. I was like, what in the AFK journey is this? Like, it was horrendous. Oh, this one doesn't look fun if you don't have Auna. There's that one non-Auna team. God, this is going to be great, Vi. My lucky for... Oh, Serena! How are you doing? It's been pretty bad in the last few weeks. It's crazy. It's crazy how poor they tend to be. No, Baron. No. We need Baron to survive there, I guess. We can probably just try this and see if we have enough blaze burn damage, but I don't think we will. I'm just going to let it cycle through. What does everybody need from their lucky flip? I need 1 Smokey to P2 him. By the way, first of all, hello, Mr. Vitz. How are you doing? You alright, my friend? You're good? Had a good week? I would like... If I'm ordering like a menu, Mr. Vitz, I would take 1 copy of Gala, please, with some rate up letters on the side, if that's okay. Is that in stock? Is that okay? That is what I would like. Guess now I'll have to P2 Lily May. Ooshk. Three copies of Gala for Crown. That's pretty good. That is really good. I'm guessing we need to turn this off for one of them. Go here. I'm gonna go here. Why did Baron just jump? What was that about? Baron just decided that he wanted to hop around. Team, come on. There is a chance that this is wrong, but I don't know that. Go like this. I'm wondering if this is correct, but I'm guessing it's not going to do this. I'm wondering if this will be fine though. We'll see. That's bad. Easy. Oh, all right. Before I continue with Vi, let me have a little look at what I actually really need. Oh my word. When did this happen? I am 2 copies of Mr. Xander Rocco from Paragon 4. When did that happen? Have I just been pulling Xandrox out of my butt and I've not realized? When did that happen? I guess I'm too... Maybe I want Xandrox team. Is Xandrox in the season store? Wrong one. Is he in here? He is! Mate, I could get Paragon 4 Xandrog. That is pretty cool. Huh. Well, Xandrog. Maybe Xandrog. I want Gala or Xandrog for my lucky flip. I think Perseus... my Perseus is still tiny. As Vi likes to call it, my tiny Percy. Where's my tiny Percy? Here he is. He's Paragon 2, bless him, but he's tiny. my plus 5 tiny Percy. There you go. Have you guys discussed the new Hypergean hero? This man here. Where's this actual picture? Here he is. This man here. I can see now why people are saying Thanos. Look at him. Look at him. What a beast. We did slightly. My view on this guy is I hope that he's not going to be needed for AFK stages, but I am disturbingly worried that he might be yeah, that he might be. I'm intrigued by him. We can't really say much about him here. The fact that he has lone destruction is a bit weird. And you'll come on to understand maybe why that is eventually. But yes, I think we'll see more of him in the coming days. Like, normally we get the picture, and it would probably be of my opinion that we might maybe Monday, Tuesday get some more information on him. Maybe. That would be my thinking. Normally we get like the picture, then a couple days later we get the character trailer. So I could see that happening. What do you think about him, Serena? Do you like how he looks? Any thoughts on what you think he'll do? Are you going to pull him? Is he like guaranteed S+ no matter how bad or good he is? Where are you at on him? I need 2 more P2s to unlock P3. I'm kind of nervous, kind of excited to start over again. Have you got anything towards Paragon 3 already, Wits? How close are you to like your first Paragon 3? Have we done 50 stages for Mr. Vi today? It's pretty good. That's me, not Vi. There we go, there's Vi. How smooth is that getting that many copies so casually? My broke ass couldn't relate. Z, to be fair, I am one of those people that I do like, you know, the daily pull thing, like every so often. I really struggle to like accumulate diamonds, so I end up just doing like a temple for my daily, what's the word? My daily pull thing in the quest log. And I end up getting units and end up getting things and then not realizing how close I am to Paragon or whatever for that hero. Like suddenly I'll just get a notification being like, hey, I'm ready to upgrade. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. 3 ads? There's no fucking way. Well, so this is the weird thing. Ever since I became partner, I didn't have, like, what's the word? I don't have control. I basically, I can monetize my stuff. Like, I can monetize my live stream. But I can't sit here and force an ad to you. Like, when I look here, I can't engage and be like, oh yeah, ad. So, unfortunately, they're just preset by YouTube. I can do moderation. I can do reactions. To be fair, at least it's not as bad as Twitch. I know of a streamer on Twitch who they, what's the word? You join their live stream and you get 8. 8 ads. Crazy. But welcome in, my friend. Chespin Pokemon. Is Chespin your favorite? Or do you have a different favorite, my friend? Out of interest. He looks so cool, but that mention of Kulu in his profile is suspicious. I'm worried you're right and he'll be good, if not necessary for stages. Well, Serena, I am terrified that he will be good for AFK stages. So, I am terrified. I've definitely got, like, I've already got the Vietnam flashbacks to this hero's going to be non-AFK stage related when Baoren got released. I'm intrigued to see what Gunnar is tagged with in the trailer that he has launched side by side with. From what I have been quietly told, there is a good chance that he will see some tuning. And I look forward to the Pioneer server when those tunes come. Igor didn't get... No, he didn't. Alright. Gunner reminds me of GN005 Virtue from Gundam. That is an interesting comparison, but you're not wrong. I can tell you that, you're not wrong. I said this earlier, he reminds me of the dude from Final Fantasy, Caius, from Final Fantasy XIV. If you've ever played Final Fantasy XIV online, the MMO, the first story that you go through in A Realm Reborn, you come across that guy who's got the weird and wonderful armor on. He reminds me of him. I think his name's Caius or Caius, I can't remember. Hopefully he is a single copy wonder. Me too. I'm terrified that he ain't gonna be, but me too. I'm also slightly... I'm interested to get what you guys' thoughts are on this. That did not come out right. I'm interested to get your thoughts on this, guys. Which is... Are you upset that we're not getting Contus? Because, personally, I was really looking forward to Contus. I thought we would... That is who we logically would get next, right? And the fact that they've been like, ha ha, fuck you. Like, I'm there like, oh, hang on a minute. Like, what? I wanted Contus, not this Thanos guy. Chessman's really cute. Now he has a nice... He does. Yeah, like, what the fuck is gone? Is Mihira an must S plus, or to stop at M plus then proceed to Saida? You can comfortably stop with Mihira at M plus. I think getting Saida is going to be more impactful from an AFK stage perspective, Chespin. If you want to have really good progress in AFK stages, Saida at Supreme Plus is going to give you more of that than Mihira at S plus. So that's my thoughts on that. You can say that one. Surprised Nightbot didn't get you for that. Baelren or Saida? It's an interesting one because right now, I'm guessing this team is going to just fall over. Yeah, it is. And you're more than welcome, Chespin. You're all good. My favorite Pokemon, for what it's worth, everybody, is Chikorita. I am a Chikorita stan. I've always been a Chikorita stan. So Saida is an absolute dominator in early phases. So in phase 1 of any season, Saida is the reason that you will progress. However, Baelren tends to come online as we get into a season a little bit further because of how he scales with HP, stats, and his damage profile. All of that said, will that happen again? Time will tell. Therefore, I would go with Saida, personally. But I also, like I said, I'm a massive fan of Saida. She is like one of my favorite characters. So. I don't mind. I just wish, as they progressed with their story quality for each season, that the heroes make more sense. Like Aliceth got released with no story. Yes, that's really interesting, Serena. And we have speculated. I say we. There was someone, I can't remember who it was. Feel free to call it out. I think it may have been Matt, who speculated this new system, the Starry Tales, will give us a little bit more story on some of those Celestial Hypergeans that we otherwise didn't get. And here you can see that we're going to get a Talia Temporal Essence. So maybe this new system, we're going to get a backstory or at least a quest or something that tells us a little bit more about Atalia. And I would love that. I think that would be fantastic. Because, as you guys may or may not know, Aliceth is my favorite character in this game from an aesthetics point of view. She is incredible. Like the bow with the wings, like phenomenal. But outside of her character trailer, where she's a statue and then unstatuifies to save the kid, we don't really know much about her. Like, we have the tales in the books and stuff, but we don't really know much about her outside of that. So I agree with you. It looks like Z agrees with you. Like, we definitely need more for the lore fans of this game, because I don't know about you guys, but an element of the games that I play that I enjoy is the lore. Like, I play some games because of the lore. We need to try and perfect this. Maybe that. There's going to be a timer. We need to just quickly watch the replay for Vi. Hold on. What's the timer? Oh my god, it's instant. It's instant auto. Oh, it's save. Auto. 75. 67. Okay. I watched the AFK arena when the video went out, and that goes so good. Yeah. Yeah. Like, some of the videos that they used to do for Arena, just to give some context to, like, some of their characters, was incredible. That's me again. This is me. This is Mr. Vi. Alright. We need to turn this back on. There you go. It was like this, maybe? Oh my word. Yeah, we did not deserve to do that successfully, I tell you that. Alright. Don't count ourselves out into this yet, I guess. Oh, we get the blaze burn here, actually, right? Because this is just going to shred, because she's got summons as well. Yeah, there you go. Easy. Okay. Oh, team. It's a nice day outside today. In the UK recently, it's been very wet, windy, and rainy. It's not been very fun. Today is blue skies, sun. It's beautiful. We lost? Hang on a minute. We lost? I thought I did that perfectly. Mate, Vi, your character's bad. And you got charms on your Iron. What are you doing? Kapishka! I mean, how would... that was completely on us anyway, so it's fine. 75. Turn. We did that too late. Can we recover? No! I mean, we didn't do it with all of them alive. I wish Homestead's layout designing is the Clash of Clans. I want to try and create a new design. I have like 3 save slots, hopefully soon. I'm really sad that I have to get rid of my entire home to restart, like to go again. Like, could I not just save everything? Like, what is stopping me from saving everything? I'm gonna try my own timers. They already didn't work. Needs to do late. There you go. Oh dear. Our Iron is suffering from deathitis, team. He no live. He no live. We go a little bit earlier. Go here. Try and avoid damage. And then we get a bite. And we go here. We go here again. We go here again. These nerds are annoying. These little, like, these guys here. No, we need the Iron Charm to get Iron to live. Well, sorry, we don't need that. We need Iron Charm to get the extra damage for Blaze Burn. But yeah. Vi, can you like request an Auna from me, please? So that you can do left-hand side. I want to do some Phantom. So, if Vi is still here. I don't know if Vi is still here or not. Okay. Contus release in Phase 3 is a great play by them, as it will probably coincide with the influx of new players thanks to the collab. So releasing... Oh, you're completely right, by the way, Will. Like, you are completely right. It makes so much sense for them to do it, because they will bring in a ton of revenue in that that section of time. 1000%. Like, I get it. I understand it. I think that a lot of players were really excited to get their hands on Contus, which, by the way, and I'm just going to speak out loud here, Aurora is like a Dream Realm PvP AFK stage type, like really chameleon type hero. She can really do anything. If Gunner is AFK stages, let's say, I'm theorizing, if Gunner is AFK stages or Dream Realm, suddenly Contus is probably not going to be Dream Realm related and is probably going to be more PvP related. Like, we've had... It tends to be that the third hero, right, is that fair to say? I guess that's not fair to say. Because, like, Auna wasn't Dream Realm. Auna was Stages PvP. Who was the third hero in the season before team? Like, Saida was the third hero in season 4. Who was the third hero in season 5? Auna. Derp. Oh, no. Was Baelren one of them? I can't remember. But yes, like, I really wanted Contus to be, like, PvE. Yeah, as Mesh said, I wanted Contus to be PvE and Gunner to be PvP. Or Thanos. I have a worrying suspicion that they might be flipped the other way around. And then they're saving them so that everybody pulls Contus in Phase 3 will go out the window, because nobody will want her if their focus is just not PvP stuff. And that will be sad if that's the case. Next one, or going to be two, can't even be. So they went back-to-back Celestials. So the rumor is, Chippy, that they're going to go back-to-back hypos. So we get the Hypogean support third, which will be Contus. And then the first hero of Season 7 will be a Celestial. And I think it could be the tank, right? Wait, is Mihira the tank? Sorry, is Auna a tank? Where's... Oof. Here's Auna. Is she a warrior? Or a tank? She's a tank. So maybe it'd be the warrior, sorry. But that's Baelren. It would be the support then, right? Is that not who would you? Would you what? This is mage, this is mage. Like, ranger we have 2. Tank we have 2. Support we have 1. Mage we have 2. Oh, rogue? Would you a rogue and a support for Celestial? So next season, in Season 7, we would get a support and a rogue for Celestials, in whichever order they want to give it to us. Here's a terrifying thought for you. They release Contus, and then straight after, the first hero of Season 7 is a game-breaking Celestial support. That would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. And we need what? We're going to get the Hypogean tank. That'll make 2. We need a Hypogean support. We only have 1 ranger? Is that right? Oh, I don't have... Yeah, I don't have the secondary mage for this. There's Mr. Burial. Alright. That'd be interesting. It'll be interesting. I'm also interested to see where the story goes. Somebody, I just saw it. I think it may have been Chespin said it. Yeah, you did. I just wish that Siren and Merlin did some action in the climax. Me too, mate. I genuinely wanted them to at least be... at least, like, clash once. Or there to be some, like, ending... I've said this. Like, there to be some ending where it's like... Ah, you foiled my plan. Don't worry. I'll get you next time. Like a Scooby-Doo-esque... like, I don't know. Something. I just wanted... I wanted more. I wanted a little bit more right at the end. Just something to be like... You may have won this time, but I'll get you back. I don't know, something like that. What can you say about... Yeah, I like it not as heavy. I really... Okay, so Season 5 was my favorite storyline. Like... Here's an interesting question. I don't think I've asked this question. Was Season 5 your favorite story to everybody here? Like, to me, I've not come across somebody when I've asked them in voice where Season 5 isn't their favorite. Like, Season 5 was so grand and big, and it just covered so many different types of characters. Like, we got to meet Dura, spoilers, Morgan, had Gala, like the Perseus and the Hunting Goddess cutscenes were phenomenal. Like, it had so much richness to it. And as I've very much publicly said, like the story made me physically cry. Like, it was so well, like, yeah, exactly, Z. It was so well written. But for Season 6 felt more like a, yeah, as Chespin said, a setup for like Season 7. And hopefully we get another grand, like, climatic piece when we go to Bantus in Season 8. But we'll see. I'm also really intrigued, like, if anybody here played through Season 3, in Season 3 we met the God of Death. I'm really interested and excited to meet the God of Death again. I think that we will eventually, and that to me is going to be a meaningful thing. You miss Morgan. I hope that Morgan becomes the God of Death that we knew and met in Season 3, and we meet him again in Season 8. That is my wish. Yeah, exactly, Mesh. Bang on. Hit nail on the head. Bang on. Yeah. Chippy, you said... Was it Chippy that said it? No, it was Serena that said it. A terrifying thought is twins falling off. I think twins will just stay around for so long. Twins are so good. They're so good. I'm really interested to see where they take the next, both obviously Contus and also whoever that ends up being the Celestial support. Supports in this game, if you're new to this game, if you're just tuning into this stream, supports in this game are the most backbreaking units. They tend to be the ones that create the most mischief without having the most prominent role. Like, they tend to be small, kind of quietly go unknown, but in the background they are, like, incredible. Think about, like, Hugin. Hugin just is insanely good, but on paper he's just a man who hits himself and puts shields out there. Like, he doesn't do anything great, but in practice he is absolutely absurd. Like, on paper, Valara just lights up some circles really slowly and says, oh, I'll put a shield on somebody and maybe do a little bit of damage and reduce this and that. In practice, she's nuts. So I'm interested to see what it translates to for the next two. Season 5 will remain untouched for a while. I think it's the only competition could be banned. Yeah, I agree. I think if they plan on doing this, like, so if you don't know, we got it shown to us Season 6, Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, Season 8 as like a themes. And next we're going to Savannah, it seems, which is like the Lightbearer Empire, from what I recall. And there's a little bit of information about that in the tower, in the spire, in Stellar Spire. There's like a book that refers to Savannah and some things that are happening there. And yes, the preview image for the season is, if you have or haven't seen it, and a spoiler, the preview image for Season 7 is a sword in a nature type stone, and it looks like we may meet are Arthur. Like, there may be an Arthur-type character. Or, once again, there is a chance that we are Arthur. Like, we pull the sword out of that stone. So, I'm intrigued to see where it goes with that. Why are Valara and Theodore so good? I don't want to use them because of the story. Valara is... I am a Valara sympathizer. I'm really sorry, Chespin. Valara is my... I hope that we get a... Somebody said it, and I can't now not picture it. There's a film, I think it's pronounced Maleficent. It's like a witch character. It would be really cool if we got like a skin akin to that for Valara, because it would play so well into her character. But yeah, she sure did Merc Feely. But I appreciate some people don't like her for that. Supports will always be game changers in any game. A good support makes... Yeah, exactly. Like, any game like a MOBA or anything like that, they tend to be just absolutely absurd. Arthur is a character in AFKA. Is he? I didn't know that. Does it play into the theme of... Naras, does it play into the theme of, like, the mythical Arthur as well? Does he have, like, sword and a stone type stuff? What I wanted to do was find... this. Yeah, Serena, that was it. Yeah, exactly. Nail on the head. It's so good. It would be so good. Where is... Here she is. No, she hasn't got a thing up. Wah, wah. Who else? Is Hoon? No. No. Nope. Say's done. Mine's done. Where's Zero? Let's try and find. Huh. Did Heisemet change her name? Shelby, Verts, if you're still here, did Heisevet change her name? Is she now Haxo? Please tell me she didn't sell her account. Because I can't see her on my list otherwise. Because I know she took a few days off. I think this is her. Huh. I hope she didn't sell her account. I hope that is her. And she just changed her name. Oh, where's Edu? Is she done? Probably done. Mr. Doom hasn't got his on. No one's got their thing on. Is everybody done? Like I said, if you look at my friends list team, I've got 63 people on my friends list that have completed their AFK stages. It's absurd. Has Dan got his on? No. Should be no. Where's the other person that I tend to do stuff for? Here we go. Let's give it a go. Alright. Proxy my 1001. Do you know what? My mind kind of slowly didn't register what you were saying. And I was there like, oh, Shelby needs help. Quickly. To the Batmobile. And then I was like, Shelby's winding you up here. I'm looking forward to... Somebody mentioned the collab, by the way. And they didn't realize that the collab was coming. Yes, we're going to get a collab in Phase 3 of Season 6. It's widely rumored what that collab will be. I don't think it's a very good, well-kept secret. I won't comment on what it is. But yes, there is, I believe, something coming towards the tail end of this season that many a player will be happy to see. Maybe the other side. Auna. Not Auna. Let's go. Alright, cool. She's just a victim of blind obedience. Yeah, you're not wrong, Chespin, to be honest. Arthur looks like Bale. I think Arthur looks more like Hogan. Almost forgot Hogan. When are we going to get Hogan as a playable character? Also, we got absolutely rinsed. I was trying to do anything nice, but if I can't progress quickly. I'm going to try left-hand side. Do we have Auna? Do we have... Oh, we don't have Auna. Oh, I thought we had Auna. Oh, I was so happy then. You may have heard the happiness in my voice. It says on Wiki that Arthur is a dimensional hero. That's interesting. Huh. AFK Arena recent collabs are a clue, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know what Arena's collabs have been recently, to be honest. And Z with the I can't even comment, Z. Like, I can't, no comment. I might start saving now already. I think it's probably worthwhile. Collab heroes tend to be very good. Do I regret not going for Marcel from a PvP perspective? No. But I think there are some players, especially in my district, that do PvP but don't have her, that highly regret not having her at P4. And now are starting slowly to painfully get her to P4. So that's definitely a thing. Look at all these Shelby replays. Go on, the Shelbs. Oh, Doom! Doom Insight, another viewer of the channel, has a little replay on here as well. Go on, the Doom. But yes, if you can go back and find the images that they released, there is a sword in a naturey type looking stone in the middle of a platform for Season 7. So we are going to get some form of Arthur vibes, and if you are following the story, you'll know that we have like a Knights of the Round Table type scenario going on with like the naming conventions like Galahad and all these different sorts of things, and Morgan and Morgana and yeah, Beldevor, and yeah, it's highly interesting. But you have to really love, I think, fantasy. And even me, like, I don't have my head fully wrapped around Arthur. As a kid, I suffer from really bad. And if you ever, one of the interesting things here is you'll hear me read out your message maybe in chat, and you'll go, that's not what I typed. It's because I suffer from what's known here in the UK and worldwide as dyslexia. So when I read something, I read it very quickly, and I sometimes either don't register a word, I skip a word or forget a word, or I like flip it around. And yeah, sometimes it can get me into trouble. I've gotten all of the dimensional heroes so far, low copies or S+, having them as... Yes! I've used Natsu in Frostfire. So it really bit me hard not getting Natsu super early. I was a massive fan in AFK Stages, and... of AFK Stages, sorry. And I... basically, there was like Season 4, Phase 1, the first kind of like proper introduction of Infinite Stages, which I think they should go back to, by the way. I really liked Infinite Stages. I was slightly like, well, I couldn't compete because I didn't have Natsu at Supreme Plus, and like every second stage at the tail end of Infinite was Natsu, and I just wasted all my sins on Natsu each day. And it was the first time I'd ever experienced that, and I really didn't like it. So then every time they've come out since, I've made sure to Supreme Plus them at a minimum. I'm really happy that my Laios and my Marcilla used loads, not... I really wished and hoped that Laios would be good, but no. He's used very sparingly, bless him. Except... to be fair to them, the CN players cooked that outrageous solve. And I can't remember which stage number it was, but it had Laios in it. And I can't remember the stage number. It was very early in Season Apex. It was before, like, 151. It was like 130 something or 120 something. I can't remember. It was 127 maybe? Something like that. But yeah, they cooked some weird Laios team. It was really fair play to them. 92, maybe? I can't remember. I'm still guessing. That's exactly what I typed. Like it sometimes, like no, it doesn't happen all the time. If it happened all the time, I would be a mess. It's a case of like, it happens some of the times. Oh, it's this AFK stage. This AFK stage is so interesting and amusing. This enemy that they have created, the Seer Grimoire, or Grimoire, is so oppressive. These guys are actually crazy. These, I did like a tier list of how painful each of the new enemies were, and these guys took the #1 spot. I know that is crazy over the mimic routes and over everything else, but these, the damage that they deal. There was that stage where we had 3 of them. It was like 1 of these and 2 of the other type, and it was crazy. Like they are nuts. Like it's almost, oh, I'm still here. Look at me go. Like it's almost like a necessity. That's interesting that they're using the tortoise shell. Let's see if this goes well. Natsu is the only one at Legendary Plus. Everyone else is Supreme or higher. It helps that A levels are easier to build during the event. Yeah, it does, Serena. You're completely right. Like, I still applaud AFK Journey's development team for continuing to give us a Mythic Plus for free in that event. If Vi is still here, Vi was very outspoken, and I agree with him. When I started the game in Season 3, there was an event that went on for Lausanne, and it was the first of its kind, and it was the last of its kind. So, if you're aware, do we still have the, yeah, for like the new heroes, for example, for the Celestial Hypogean, we get Burning Horizons, where we get Stellar Crystals and then Temporal Essence for the hero in question. When Lausanne came out, he had like an event where you got Temporal Essence for him, but you also, I think it was got like a free copy. And it's basically support said that this was on, well, sorry, the development team said this was going to be the thing moving forwards, and it never happened again. And now we just get like 300 diamonds and that's it. It's, yeah, it's very, very interesting. Like the change of direction from something that they had kind of committed to was a bit bizarre. But that's just my forte. My forte? My thoughts. That's the right way of saying it. I'm sad that this AFK stage is now this easy. I guess, in answer to your question earlier, Shelby, I guess the daily buff is making a huge difference. Oh, they did it before me. That's a shame. Did they say something to me? Merci. No problem. Was just pushing stages on stream. Was looking for proxies. I think I have Jeff on my friends list. Chippy. Should I have a look? No, that's Gerard. Do I have Jeff? Why is his account broken? What's happened to the Jeff, man? Here he is. What's happened to Jeff? His account, his broken account, but ignores... Oh, he has a broken account. Like, his account is just nuts. Okay, I can see that his account is nuts. I thought you were saying, like, he had something broken. I had a guildie, bless him. He broke his account, and I don't think he's still got it fixed. Basically, from what I understood, and I think this is a thing that very commonly happens, if you do a what's the word? If you do a... What's it called? A chargeback? Is that what it's called? If you charge back this game, they basically lock some of the capabilities that you have. Like, for example, I don't think that you can claim your XP hourglasses. So you're basically a little bit screwballed. And Unfortunately, I'm not sure he ever fixed it, but he's still playing. But I keep seeing that his levels are not not very high. Bless him. Freyan makes sense for collab as we have Magic Academy. It definitely makes sense, Chippy, but we'll have to wait and see if it is Freyan. It could be Yu-Gi-Oh! Who knows? We might get Seto Kaiba, you know, throwing down a face down on the battlefield. Can you imagine that? We get Yugi Moto throwing down a face down and suddenly Mirror Force happens in the middle of a fight. You've activated my trap. Shakir just slams himself into a wall of... into like a mirror. Destroys himself. Done. AFK stage over. Whatever collab comes out, got enough diamonds to crown. Oh my wordy, Matt. That'd be nuts. It is nuts, in fact. I have started to save my diamonds. Very, very slowly, but I am starting to save my diamonds. I spent a lot of my diamonds on getting Solis to Paragon 2. Because I really like Solis as a unit. And Paragon 2 is always a good point to take a unit to. If you are someone in my bracket. Pot of Greed to reset everyone's energy to 100%. Like... We're gonna get Pippa, right? So if you've played AFK Arena, you'll know that Pippa had some random, like, ultimates that she can cast. And I'm guessing we'll get some of that again in this game, where she'll cast some random units' ultimates. Imagine we get a Yu-Gi-Oh! Collab, and we have Seto and... we have Seto Kaiba and Yugi Moto, and they have an ultimate that plays, like... that does like a random event from their iconic deck. So it's like randomly Yugi can do Mirror Force, he can do Dark Magician, or he can do like Dark Magician Girl. I don't know, like you just take 3 and it would just be like RNG what happens. And it could be the same for Seto Kaiba. You have him use Crush Card Virus, which would just like completely demolish and weaken the entire enemy team, or like Blue Eyes, which would be incredible, or oh, like you could do their Egyptian gods as well, right? So the third option, instead of being Dark Magician Girl for Yugi, you could have Slifer and you could have Obelisk for Seto. But like, it would be so cool. I would love that. Like you just, it's like which ability is it going to be? It's like my Seto Kaiba casts like Obelisk and just completely takes your own team, and then just it'd be very, very interesting. Or like Valara, multiple spell circles to summon Exodia. Yes, yeah, you could have Exodia. It's like, can you stall out the game long enough? Yeah, you're completely right, Serena, to summon Exodia. Imagine Yugi Moto being like a must pull for AFK stages because Exodia goes off. There you go. I figured out how to power creep. I have figured out how to power creep Saida, everybody. Everybody was trying to figure out how you power creep Saida. Serena has given us the idea. It's Exodia. And as soon as Exodia goes off and it's ultimate based, you win. There you go. I'm writing it down. I'm putting it into the Discord. Exodia. Power creep. Go lab. That is funny. That is such a good idea. Oh, hi, Kitty. How you doing? Are you okay? You're good today? Gala, Pandora, and Yuki insta-kill meta. It would be so good. Rowan would become amazing. Like Rowan, your Yugi Moto. Pippa. You got it wrong, and now I'm saying it wrong. Casting Zany ult would be interesting. I think she'll end up casting Tassie's ult, right? Who does she cast in Arena? Is it Tassie? She casts someone. She casts what? Tassie and Haywin, I think it is in Arena. It'd be interesting if she does the exact same thing again. She is the physical manifestation of RNG. I can't wait. I can't wait for an auto Pippa clear, by the way. I can't wait for an auto Pippa clear, because it will be the most confusing thing. Oh, hey, Cow. I saw that you finished 7th in our district. Go on, my friend. That was amazing, dude. It's so, so good. I'm good. My word, I'm glad you're doing good, kitty. You finished 100. You finished 1,000 stages yesterday. Chilling now. Good. I'm glad that if you finished Apex Stages, everybody, you can chill. You can just absolutely put your feet up. Chill. It's nice. Exodia equals make it survive for 89 seconds equal insta win. The catch, she has 1 HP. Oh my, it would be so good. Like, it would become one of those, what do we call the defending of the crystal events that you have to do. That would be so, so funny. Pippa will be good synergy with Sylvan, I predict. Yeah, I'm really interested to see who Pippa duplicates. Because I'm wondering whether they just lift and shift what she was in Arena, or whether they give her like a unique flavor in Journey. I'm also interested whether she's an S. I think Zarya is guaranteed as an S, because I think that's what was shown to us. I'm intrigued whether Pippa will also be an S, given we've just had Celise, who is a S-level Wilder, and I think that Pippa will be a Wilder as well. Like, I don't see her being a Mauler, for example. So, yeah. That's interested to see what that would be like. Dreamer watch Popper auto replay, then rage at his own Pippa casting the... Yes, literally, like, I genuinely will be like, there's a replay here, and then I'll watch it and be like, well, hang on a minute, my Pippa didn't cast that. Matt is baiting me, by the way. With the Popper, the Pippa, the Papa. Ugh. Who's the other hero that we're getting? What was the Lightbearer detective name? I've completely forgotten her. What was her name, guys? The name of the lady, the detective? Everybody's going to be like, oh, you're so dumb. There you go. Evie. There we go. Thank you, Serena. I'm interested what Evie will be like. I'm also wondering if we get Peggy. Like, we met Peggy in the story. Peggy seems like a character that could be playable at some point. Thanks, Matt. I think I finished... You did... Like, you've finished the quickest I've ever seen you finish, dude. You're normally 8 to 10 days behind me. I never, ever take this as a bad thing. I think the purple charms really, really helped every player who's normally around the timing of you finish... where you finish, Cal, to just platform you to finish really quickly. Like, the charms made it so that if you were able to invest time into clearing AFK stages with a reasonable account, you could. And your account is cracked, Cal. Like, you've got such good units built. Like, yeah, fully deserved. So, congrats on your 7th place, dude. That's amazing. Zarya will be S, so Pippa is A. I hope that's the case, Haku. I hope that Pippa is A. Because she's like a fun unit. Peggy could be the next Phantomal, Rowan on steroids. It'd be interesting. I'd love to see like a interaction between them. I'd love to see like an interaction between Rowan and Pippa, Rowan and Peggy if you deploy them both at the same time, kind of thing. I could see that being a thing, by the way, if she's ever released as a hero, similar to how we have heroes that benefit from somebody else being out on the battlefield. It could be that she benefits from having Rowan on the field. I think that'd be really, really cool. I remember... Yeah, exactly, Chippy. Yeah, exactly. Like Natsu Lucy or like Damon and Shamira and Nehru kind of thing. You agree on the charms? Yeah. Yeah. I agree on the charms too. Charms are big. Charms are big good. I got a big issue coming in Phase 2 when the Legendary Charms drop. I think I'm just going to have to accept that I won't push. Oh, by the way, guys, this is an Aurora team. Holy cow. Look at this team. Love me an Aurora team. Look at Aurora's damage. It's crazy. I really wish that Aurora was better at AFK stages, like she was good at Deficit. She's really good at one specific scenario in Deficit, to be fair to her. So she does have a use. Man, I remember Taylene being so good. Taylene, for so long, Chespin, was my favorite Celestial Hypogean unit. Aesthetically, Taylene is incredible. And that skin, the summer skin that they released in the last paid event, or the paid top-up event, was amazing. Taylene is and still will be for a very long time one of my favorite units. I have Taylene at Paragon 2 purely because I just loved her so much. Does the Aurora team work back to back? Should we have a look? I mean, it should. I would be surprised if it didn't. I swear you're doing this on purpose. I'm reading this and I'm there like, buh. I hope Poopa is good. My A-level wish list is dry. I think that if she is A-level, I know I still need to complete Theodore. And I think my other one is Leica at the moment. I think I'm working on Leica. Any thoughts on the new hypo? I know we don't know much yet. Any thoughts? My thoughts are... Now we're just running this back again. My thoughts are that he's a tank. My thoughts are that he looks aesthetically very interesting. He looks like a very... Good night, Chespin. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, my friend. He looks very interesting. However... No, this ain't gonna work. However... Looking interesting is not enough to be good. My concern with him is... it will be very quickly understood but based on his trailer, and it's where the developers see him being used. So, once again, if we go out of this, we scroll down to here. If we get his trailer, and it says, specialize in Dream Realm, I'll be really interested to see what on earth he does to warrant being good in Dream Realm. And whether he is just, like, a power correct Foresto, for example. But... from the rumors and the speculation that I have seen in the community, he is going to... From the rumors and speculation in the... how can I phrase this? From the rumors and speculation that I've seen in the community, he is going to be, unfortunately, a very, very powerful unit if left unchanged from where he is. And I don't know what his power crosses over into. He could be a jack of all trades. He could focus on one specific area. Time will tell based on his final numbers. I was kind of disappointed. I thought the support was going to come. Me too, Cal. I was disappointed too, not gonna lie. And it almost... If, for example, if this gunner guy isn't PvP focused, it really leans us towards Contus being a more PvP focused hero. And I don't like that, personally. I think that's bad. I would like Contus to be... If there was... If any of the Celestial Hypogeans this season were going to be AFK stage focused, I would want to bring... I would want to... Oh, I can't say this. I wanted it to be Contus. Contus is aesthetically the coolest. I'm sure Pasta will be great surprisingly. Her whole vibe is being praised. Well, who's Pasta? I'm so confused. Mamma mia! Every ult he gains an Infinity Stone. Once he gets it, he snaps and kills everyone. No, you can't say that, Mesh. That power creep's my Exodia idea. And you've got to save that for the Marvel crossover that comes in 2028. Come on. In 2028, we're going to be talking about how broken Saida is, and then Thanos himself will come to the game and snap Saida out of existence. Gunner being another Mahira. That would be interesting. I'm still... yeah. Gunner is, Gunner is very interesting. Yeah. I think everybody will learn more, including myself, on Monday or Tuesday. I think that's when the video will drop. I think. Contest phase 3, so she might have some story first. Couldn't release her, so spoilers in her Affinity Tales. Yeah, you're not wrong, Marcus, by the way. That could very well be the case. Like, they could justify it by the new side quest being focused in and around Contus and the, what's the word? What's it called? The pact that we formed with her. Oh, thank you so much, Cal. Dude, that's phenomenal. Thank you so much for supporting me. Anybody, by the way, anybody that has or is a member of my channel, like, I genuinely thank you so much. I had YouTube reach out to me the other day saying I've got to, like, set up my AdSense because I have money coming my way, and I was like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Like, I'm yeah, genuinely just, it's phenomenal to to be in this community and be doing this. I'm just glad and hope that you guys enjoy my streams, what we do, our chats, everything. And once again, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I'm really sorry that I didn't release a video that I promised to this week. I will rectify that and make sure that I get some out to you next week. Deletes. Chippy's doing this. Everyone's doing this on purpose. They're making me read really closely, and I'm like having to pay proper attention to everything. Gunners S+ deletes randomly half the units on the field. No comment. That's definitely not what he does, but no comment. I can tell you that. I love how, by the way, nobody figured out earlier what I was cryptically telling you about something that may come to the game. It's really interesting. And thank you, Cal. It's very kind of you to say that, dude. Everybody, any donation, any membership, any AdSense, by the way, I said this to my partner, it all is going back into the game. Like, there's no way it doesn't. So, like, this whole, like, project that I have, it's funding my game. So, it just means that maybe I will be a bit more spendy, which is nice. Good for me. You said it wasn't Harak, so everybody was disappointed and gave up, mate. I know. I was disappointed too when I read it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is why it's going to be into gunner pools at this rate, Cal. By the way, from what I can tell, it's going to be bloody gunner pools. Unfortunately. But yes, when I saw what I saw, and I didn't see the name Harak next to it, I was very upset. I was very, very upset. I was also outraged because it wasn't Burial either, so I couldn't even be happy for Calf. Okay, so here you go. My hint, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a clue, Mesh. You ready? You ready? It's to do with enhanced forces. I know that was already fairly obvious, but it's to do with enhanced forces. Wow. What just happened to AFK Journey? Look at this. This has been really common, by the way. This isn't you lagging. This isn't me lagging, by the way. I'm still dropping 0 frames on my stream. Like, this is just something that is commonly occurring in AFK Journey at the moment. Due to the amount, I mentioned this a long time ago, due to the amount of just absolute dross that is thrown at the screen, we get these weird and wonderful, like, yeah, PowerPoint. That's such a good way of putting it, Jimmy. I still remember one of the first times I messaged you. It was one of the old clan. I was ahead of you in Dream. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, yeah, because I don't have a rack. I remember, so there was, what was it? There was like 4 or 5 of us that were always in the top 4 or 5. And then we found a boss that needed Harak, and I didn't have Harak. And I remember that day, you and like 5 others messaged me like, everything all right? And I was there like, yeah, why? And they're like, oh, you're not in the top 5. And I was there like, yeah, no, I don't have Harak. And everyone was like, oh, you're not building her? I was there like, no, I built Taylene instead. Well, I fucking regretted that, didn't I? Taylene's dog shit. And then I compounded my issue by taking Taylene to Paragon 2. And I was there like, no, I'm not gonna spend those 8 copies on Harak. Screw that. I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna make my issue worse for myself. Yeah, it was Plague Creeper. Yeah, you're right. It was Plague Creeper. Matt says Cryo S++. God, that would be really fascinating if it was Cryo, wouldn't it? Taylene Smoky combo was nasty at the time. It was. To be fair, I got so much use out of Taylene, but I had no reason to take her past Supreme Plus. Taylene at Supreme Plus was completely fine for me. There was a Taylene, Tassie, Hypergean, Celestial Hypergean tile team in that phase, in that season, in Season 3, that was also really, really potent. It was Twins, Taylene, Tassie, Iron Tree? No, it wasn't Iron Tree. Who were the other 2? I can't remember. There was like a Celestial Hypergean team in Season 3 of Pushing that was Taylene, Tassie, and it was really, really good. Like, really, really good. She was. Yeah, you're not wrong, Cal. She was. The one thing I don't miss about Season 3 is the Smoky Iron stuff. That is not fun. Oh, it's still, to this day, is not fun. I don't know if it would, Marcus, if I'm honest. I haven't tried it either, to be fair. I think the most potent Auna comp that I've seen in PvP was her on Saida, to guarantee that Saida gets a few bites off very easily. I think people have mainly used Auna alongside like Cryonia or Chimera. And Matt, wouldn't it be crazy, you know, if Cryonia got a Supreme Plus Plus, just talking out loud about this, that, you know, she's already this absolutely absurd unit in PvP. Like, what's the point? Wouldn't it be like Callan again? Remember we had Callan who was just already really, really fucking good. And suddenly they were like, oh, we'll just make him better. Wouldn't it just be really weird, wouldn't it? Well, anyway. Valor used to be good in PvP too. I know, I'm 1 copy of Valor away from Paragon 4 Valor. Valor was one of my favorite heroes. One of my favorite heroes. Auna exists, really weird for Cryonia. I mean, it's not guaranteed that she is, but yeah. It would be weird if she got one. That's what I'm going to say. I also heard a rumor. This is a good rumor. I also heard a rumor that our favorite, or, well, not our favorite, our... What's the right way of saying this? Our absolutely most hated AFK stage enemy for a majority of players may be seeing an enhanced force. May. That was a rumor that I had heard. I just found that really funny. I'm still debating building Kulu, but I barely needed her for S+ in Phase 1. Weird. I think if you... So once again, it will be very much down to the type of pusher that you are. In where I'm standing, I really, really needed to have Kulu. Like, Kulu was make or break for so many AFK stages in that final stretch on the final day of pushing. But I could see with, like, a few days of buffs how she could, like, not be. So that's really interesting to hear you say that, Cal. Because I know that you had to borrow her twice, I want to say. I think it was twice. Yeah, exactly. Which I think that's cool. I think that's really cool to hear and see. I know that being a couple days behind allowed one copy Mahira to work for a bunch of players as well. So once again, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that both of those could be one copy wonders this phase. That brings a smile to my face. Oh, it's my link. Does that even work? Should we see where this goes? Oh, it doesn't work. Hold on. Does that work? It's because it has a maximum character length. Should we find it? Here we go. There we go. That's what I needed to do. That's the link. Thanks, Nightbot. My guildmates were screaming for Kulu Sin. Solution to world hunger. Kulu is really powerful, to be fair. Like, she is obnoxiously good at what she does. But I'm interested to hear that, by the way, Cal. Because I was of the opinion that Kulu was the most required of all of the one copy wonders this season. In terms of at Supreme Plus. It seemed like when we were pushing right side, I don't know how it turned out because I pushed very, very quickly and finished very, very quickly. I don't know if she ended up being, like, everywhere, because she was everywhere. Like, the team was, like, the Kulu, Mahira, Saida, Solis, or Hugin, or Valara, +1. Very, very often. I'm surprised that we haven't reached... is it 100 proxy stages every day that we're allowed to do? Have we not reached 100 yet? No worries, it helps me out. The next one is at 827. This person need help. 34 plus 53 plus like 5. I guess we're not actually that close. Theodore, please. I can give you Theodore. Hold on. Alna. I think Vi needs my Alna. This is what? 87? 92? We have 8 stages left. Alright. Kulu was needed for first aid clears with Apex buff, not as much. Yeah. I agree, Matt. Alright, so that's 92. We need to go to the guild, and we need to go here, and we need to go... Where's Theodore? Here he is. Then we want to double check this. The next one to pass is 827. Did she get past 827? Is this together? This is not 827 together. She has this team, right? She does not. We'll do some more of Jeff's. Unless we can be kind on this side. Alma. Not Alna. Alna. Oh, this wasn't Alna. I lie. Alright. We can try this, I guess. This stage was awful. Go back. We can't go back. We have to go front wasp. We go this. Hugin. Wow. All right, we won't be spending too much time there. We'll go back to doing Jeff. Nice cozy while we talk through some stuff. I got 1 copy of Kulu this season based on your recommendation, and she's been very helpful. I don't think I'll build her further just yet, though. I think that's a really good idea. By the way, I'm glad that that suggestion, I hope, has paid off for you, by the way, Serena, because 1 copy Kulu is incredibly strong and incredibly good. There's no way to do 563 without Alna. Okay. I won't try. That's all I need you to hear. That's all I need to hear. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for being like, peace out after 2 times. Like 2 tries. I was like, nope, I'm fine. Same as 277. It's one of those things. I'm really intrigued and like interested to see how many stages she is Kudo-esque in the fact that she is like groundbreakingly needed versus just comfort. They better adjust stages for phase 3 or Kulu will bite people again since no death charm. I'm waiting for it to happen. And there is a chance that Gunner... Yeah, in 623 you're right as well on that one, David. Definitely right on that one. The Corrupt Flower Lily May one, yeah. There's a chance that Gunner provides range defense. I actually don't know if he does or doesn't, but there is a chance that he might. Considering he's besties with Kulu in his picture, it has been long speculated that he may provide some range defense thing. It has helped a lot. That's good. I'm glad about that. Stages, I would have to wait a few days. Usually have to wait a few days to be end up being... That's cool. I'm glad. That's actually really good. I'm really happy to hear that. 277, we have 2 of those with a dead tide. Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right. I saw that... I saw that on 232, the mad creature thing that I cooked first. I got the first clear on it, and then had to like lead the way for like 3 or 4 hours up until like 268 or something like that. It wasn't. It was like an hour. It was 268 something. The 232 solve that I did, which was the Kulu Hugin one, I did the stage for Calf the other day, and every replay is just Byron, and none of them were following what I suggested. It was or what I did. It was funny. They're all just Byron clears now. My 232 was the most unreliable piece of shit, but worked for me, so I'm happy. Byron works so well now. Yes, yeah, he does. Byron is also a really interesting unit to look out for in season. Sorry, in phase 2. In phase 2, like he works now, like, but in phase 2 there is a chance that he also comes a little bit more alive. There are so many records using Sylvan right now. Yes, Zolder, there are. And it's also really interesting. There is a Lightbearer team that has emerged in AFK stages for players who don't have access to like every Celestial Hypogean. It's 1 copy Mahira, Twins, and then Siren, Hugin, and Sylvan with Blazeburn. So it's really interesting to see that emerge. I will be fascinated to see with phase 2 Phantomal upgrades and gains whether that is actually a team that comes to the forefront. I doubt it. It's very hard for anybody to outshift Cyclops and even Bloom Mother to that effect. But with the emergence of that team, there is a possibility. I haven't actually looked at Sigmund's... We'll do it in a minute. I haven't looked at Sigmund's phase 2 goodness. I haven't looked at what it will be. Auna, really popular in AFK stage. She is... Yes, you are right, Yome. Like, Auna is... unfortunately... every fucking where. She is absolutely dominating. The frozen mama is freezing people out of AFK stages. I don't get it. Once again, team, you're not lagging. I'm not lagging. I'm not dropping any frames on my stream. It's just randomly every so often now when I play this game, like my CPU load, my temperatures, everything is just normal. Like nothing is wrong. Like nothing is wrong. It's just the fighting animations just instantly do this weird like stuff. But all of the cutscenes, everything else, like watch, when we win, you'll see the victory screen and it will be completely fine. It's just the sheer amount of rendering that they now have to do because of all the crazy effects. I think this is just becoming a common occurrence. Like watch, it'll be completely, there you go, crystal clear. Like it just, it's so weird. There you go, we reached the daily limit. Did we have all of our keys done, by the way? I forgot to check. We do. How many did I earn, everybody? Not a lot, actually, to be fair. I only did 237. Okay. I wanted to check out, before I sign out, I wanted to check Mr. Sigmund. Where's Mr. Sigmund? Mr. Sigmund, what do you do in Phase 2, my friend? He applies a spirit mark to an allied hero behind him, granting them Frost Edge. That sounds pretty edgy. Okay. Frost Edge. It permanently increases their attack speed, which would be good for Sylvan. Whenever the spirit marked, or twins in fact for that, whenever the spirit marked hero deals normal attack damage, both gain a shield. Huh. A weird, kind of like a weird, I would thought that they would have gained like attack or something, but no, they gain a shield. Okay, I'll take it, it's fine. Increase the normal attack whenever they are healed 50. I mean, I'm not seeing like world setting alight stuff. Sigmund enchants his sword, causing the next 3. Huh. Poop. A poop. A poop is all I can say. The one nice thing is, by the way, he does definitely scream PvP. You're completely on, yeah, on trend there. 1000 billion%. Where is it? Where was I looking for? These bad boys. At least I don't believe anyone that I have spoken to used one of their Phantomal Reshapers. I think that a majority of players will be sat at 15. That to me was really disappointing. I remember in phases gone by in Season 5 and even in Season 4, we used these and we actually had to strategize in some shape and form when we would use them. And we would jump between Wilder and Mauler and Mauler and Lightbearer and Lightbearer and Mauler. And then we'd go back to the Celestial Hypogean one and then quickly go back to the Wilder. And you'd have to try and figure out when was the right time to do it and how to do it. And now we're just like, we don't need them. Like, once again, I know at the end of the season, we tend to end with like 30 of these and they're worthless. But they added a level of strategy into the Phase 1 of most seasons and Phase 2. And now they are just poop. Like, poop. It's sad. That's sad to me. Okay. Agreed, Serena. It is definitely always nice when a new team pops up because players that had just come to the game, they will have Sylvan on their banner, and if they have looked at like a decent wishlist suggestion, they also will have gone, oh yeah, I should put Siren and Hugin on my wish list. Like, ignore mine. Mine is built for my account right now as of present day. But like on a suggestion list, you would likely have Rowan, Siren, Hugin, Zany as your starting. So I like the fact that that team has emerged. I now hit a resonance, I get the word out, synergy wall in AFK stages. The records have higher resonance synergy than I have, so my twins barely instant. So interesting, Zolda. Resonance synergy, so what you're referring to is this. Resonance synergy doesn't do anything beyond 60. I think it's 60. Was it 60? 60. it stops adding the proficiency gain beyond 60. So it's likely, Zolder, that what you're noticing is either bad RNG or what's the word? Or a paragon difference. It says it does in AFK stage records. So I know what you're referring to. When you go into an AFK stage record, so if we go into Jeff's again, for example, you go to records, it has it here. It is purely cosmetic. This green number is purely cosmetic. Anything beyond 60 just doesn't do anything. So I personally confirmed with support, and I regularly ask support for an update on this, because it's something that I want to keep an eye on. Because if they ever do make it if they ever make it so that it does something again beyond 60, like, we as a community need to know. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. What you might be experiencing is what you might be experiencing, Zolder, is equipment difference, or season level difference, or paragon difference, or some mixture of all of that. And one of the behaviors that I have seen this season is it could be that the player that you're mirroring actually didn't have max level equipment when they did it, and they hit a threshold where the Viperian damage spread is like digestible by the twins. And I know that doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but this game doesn't make a huge amount of sense half the time. And we sometimes, as we gain in equipment value and also season level value, actually come backwards on ourselves and make it worse, because we no longer can live certain things, or we no longer get shields at the right point, and it can have unfortunately a negative impact, which it shouldn't, but it does. But yeah, that's just my heads up. Like, if anybody here ever looks at their resident synergy level, this thing here, and they're like, oh, I'm so far behind someone else, don't feel bad. As long as this is past 60, it doesn't do anything. The proficiency gain that you get, and there's a really easy way of tracking this. If you have beyond, like, let's say you're sat here right now and you want to check this. If you have resident synergy, let's say 80, and I have 165, we both can go to a Supreme Plus unit that is +5. So if you, sorry, that's not, if you go to a Supreme Plus unit that is +5, so in my example, I'll go to Soren here, right? He's +5, nothing else. I've got no charms on him. You click into his stats and you scroll all the way down. You will come to a proficiency stat. And my proficiency for my Supreme +5 Soren is 732. And yours should be exactly the same. It should be 732. And then if you are someone who, let's say, has 140 Resonant Synergy, and you have a Paragon 4 unit, you have a Crown Paragon 4 unit, I go into my Valara, and we go to that stat check, it should be 740. So every inch of Paragon adds an additional 2, so it goes 732, 734, 732, 734, 736, 738, all the way up to 740. But 740 is the max. And normally the max was 700, but this additional 40 comes from Resonant Synergy. There you go. The more you know. But if that ever changes, I will let you know, because I constantly ask support to double check this. Cyclop is OP, so they are not needed this season. You are completely right, Chippy, and I am annoyed about it. The last were using Sylvan Information. Yes, Kitty. There were certain Sylvan formations that were working quite well. And not even one formation with Panda. Bro doesn't have any P4 for the tokens. Huh? I don't know what that was in reference to. I miss Sinbad. Oh, Sinbad's... Oh, you're talking about this. Okay, now I get what we were talking about. You were talking about me trying to get dupes. I was trying to bring up some of my units instead of focusing on dupe copies for a bit. I, for the longest time, had Coco here and also Odie here because I had no one to get. And then I was like, I should probably pull Kodan and Gerda because in a world where I want to use like a Mauler AFK, like a Mauler, what's the word, PvP team, I'm just like nowhere near. I'm very close to Paragon 2 Shadewing, and when that happens, Shadewing will become a dupe. I am very close to Paragon 4 Theodore, and when that happens, I don't really want any of these, like maybe Lenya, but yeah. And like these two are very close to where they need to be. In fact, I should probably update this with something, and the something that I should be updating it with is that. And then that. Huzzah! Alright, that works. I actually think, by the way, maybe controversial, I actually think that Igor is better for my account than Perseus. I actually think that. And I don't know if that's right or wrong. I actually think that Igor is better for my account than Perseus. Because I don't have... Like, I can run an Igor stall team. I can't run the Perseus. Well, maybe I can run the Perseus. Get Scott. Let's just keep it like this. Screw it. We're nearly done with Zandrock anyway, so there'll be another spot soon. Okay. If those energy made a difference, most of the starters wouldn't be so close to the first clears as the Light Dreamer. Yeah, you're completely right, by the way, Matt. I am, Marcus. That is a great point. I am slowly... There'll be a copy in the store. I'm 1 out of 2. I finished Brutus to Paragon 4 at the start of the month. And I am... what's the word? I'm purchasing Eagles as I go. I just want to make sure that I have enough for this. And then I am only duping... I'll pick up the calf. The only difference was my Mahira was M when theirs was 1 copy. It could be the death on Mahira 1 copy makes a difference, which is weird to say, but that could be quite interesting to think about. But yeah, I know of players who have spent much more money on this game than I have and have way more resonant synergy than I have, and they don't see any more benefit. But also I've seen players likewise much lower and rock the same as me. I will look at that calf later on. Probably next pull for Mauler A and Wilders A and the Eyebrow will be the dupes. That's kind of cool. I'm really interested what Lucky Flip brings on Monday tomorrow, because as we found out, we're pretty close to a few things. We're like 2 copies of Zandrock. I'm 3 copies of Shadewing. I'm 12 copies of Theodore. I'm 1 copy of Gerda. 24. 4 copies on Leica. Like, I'm very close on a number of units. 1 copy of Valor. So yeah, I'm interested to see what Lucky Flip brings. Probably a load of poo, but we'll see. I recently got P4 Gerda. See, that's what I want. I want big Gerda. Big Gerda. Because I think Gerda... Gerda may be good in the future. Enough said on that. Next one. Any advice on refined charms for tomorrow? I'm such a stupid person. Any refined charm tomorrow? My advice is AFK stage content is completely dead for however many more days. Any of the refinements that you do, I would innately focus on one of 2 things. The first one is make sure that if you are capable of getting a good score in Titan Reaver, that you lock in a good score. If you aren't capable of getting into the top ranks and it won't make a meaningful difference, then don't worry about it. I would prioritize Dream Realm units, which I think a majority of players will do. So whatever the boss is tomorrow, whatever the team is tomorrow, I would look at doing those. I would then, if you're not going to focus on Dream Realm, I would look at upgrading and then refining your PvP team, because the charm bump and the stat bump will be extremely meaningful for PvP. Like, it will make the difference. So that's my suggestion. And if you don't care about where you finish in Dream Realm and you don't care about Supreme Arena and you are still pushing in Apex Stages, like let's say you are focusing on AFK Stages still, right? And you've got loads of them ahead of you, I would focus on your backbone pieces, which is, once again, let's say you have... That is the wrong screen, Harry. Here we go. Let's say you have Saida as your main carry and you're doing Apex Stages right now. Upgrading and refining Saida is a fantastic shout. If you are utilizing, say, a Baleren team, upgrade Baleren. If you are upgrading, say, a Solis team, or sorry, you're rocking a Solis team and you're doing like a wilder comp with Solis and you're just trying to push out as many Blaze Burn procs, refine your entire team. I realized why I kept losing in PvP. I neglected all of their charms. Literally, Marcus, one of the fundamental things that people don't realize, and I don't do, I really pay very little attention to PvP. I don't have the accounts that in Supreme Arena, 4 of the top 5 in my district are purely focused and built for Supreme Arena in mind. And that is completely fair. That's their decision. And the first thing they do is not AFK stage heroes. The first thing that they pump their essence into is PvP heroes. And it makes a difference. It definitely makes a difference. Oh, hey, Norley. Unfortunately, we're about to wind things down. But how are you? Are you great? Did you finish watching the hockey? Don't spoil anything. I'm gonna watch the highlights in a little bit. But you can let me know if it was good or bad, at least. Should we have enough to stages to come phase 2? Mesh, I think we definitely will. Now, very early on in phase 2, what we're going to get are the next ones. So if you go into here and you click and you go to the orange charm and you click here, it'll say clear floor 21 of any Dura, okay? And these aren't anything more than just a bump upgrade. So it's like 10.8%, 9% versus, like, you'll see, like 9% attack versus basically 6%. So it's very, very meaningful. Like it's 50, like over 50% more. And those, we don't use the essence that we're using now. And floor 21, which we use these, is 15 days away, okay? So if we know that this is 15 days, it's 14 and a little bit, basically. Think of it like that. So it's 14 and a little bit days away. If we go into here, it's 13 days and 7 hours. So what this means is we will have like a day, maybe 2 days of purple refined charms being the only things that we have access to in phase 2. And then on day like 3 or day 2 of that phase, we will get access to the orange charm. That won't be a meaningful bump other than stats. And stats are amazing, by the way. Like, don't knock the stat gain. And then, like a handful more into the phase. Wrong one. Handful more into the phase. When we get to floor 31, and this is the date that you need to bookmark, wherever this calculates for you, Mesh. This will be when the legendary charms are released. This day here. And I think this is March the 21st for me, or March the 20th or 23rd, somewhere in that region. I can't remember exactly. It's a Monday for me. This will be a day where you will complete an insane amount of AFK stages. An insane amount of AFK stages. And my advice, by the way, for what it's worth, we have been given these Dura tokens, something that you may or may not have already heard from the likes of Puzzle or a different content creator. If you've used these already, don't worry. If you have them still here, don't waste them tomorrow on purple refined charms. Don't feel that you have to just sweep all 10. Save them. Wait until we get access to orange charms. And like, then you can, if you wish, to sweep for more orange charms up front to help you push. But in addition, what you can do is you can hold it for as long as possible until the next Dream Realm. And I don't know what goes first. I don't know if... Hang on a minute, we can check this. Where was the calendar? I scrolled past it, didn't I, team? Here it is. So this guy will be defeated roughly around... If he comes out on, say, like the 18th, he would be defeated roughly 10 days later on, like, what, the 28th, let's say? Which means that the legendary charms will be released during Primal Lord Sound Thresher. So, by the time that he is defeated... Like, yeah, so what I'm trying to get at here is you won't overlap. You won't have, like, a duplication on your tokens. He will be alive when legendary charms come out still. So if you want to really, really min-max, you could save these all the way until legendary charms come out. But by that time, you may already have like a complete mountain of essence, so it might not be needed. Similar to how we had a mountain of essence for purple charms, it may be the exact same thing. So you might be better off swiping early here. But like always, I will happily tell you what I'm going to do. Right? I will happily tell you. If you ever come along, if you ever want to ask this question, if you ever want to be like, where did you use these? I'll tell you. I will be very upfront with what I do. Bad for your team. Oh dear, gnarly. Oh dear. Bulwark, Sylvan, Sigmund meta in Phase 2. So basically there is a Sylvan, Perseus or Siren plus Hugin team that could feasibly be meta. Could. Yeah. It was theorized a very, very long time ago when Sylvan was first shown. But we'll see. We'll see. Blazeburn does love stats. That is true. Blazeburn artifact is hungry, hungry, hungry for stats. I hope that this artifact is escorted out of the building during Phase 2. But I don't know if it will. We'll have to see which of these four really, really helps us out. There is a trick to hold even for if you don't talk with... Yes, you are right, Chippy. Yeah, you are right. Need some hugs? Oh, I'm sorry, Gnarly. I'm sorry. It sucks. Like, yeah. It's always a bad day when the team that you care about... I have flashbacks. Well, really controversial here, and I'm sorry for the controversy. I always have flashbacks to... I'm not a Lewis Hamilton fan by any stretch of the imagination. As much as I respect and think Lewis is a phenomenal driver, he's never been the driver that I have outwardly supported. But in that situation in Abu Dhabi 2021, I felt so bad for him. Like, wow. I felt so bad for him. And in myself, even if I didn't support him, I was so like... sad by what just happened. So yeah, I get it, Gnarly. I get it. Alright, team. So, we've been going. I originally wanted to stream for 2 hours. Kaf said it a minute ago. He was like, oh, you're still streaming. I was originally going to go for 2 hours. We've just hit and gone past the 3-hour mark. I haven't eaten any lunch, and it's 4:30 for me. So, I need to end it here. And I need to go eat some food and then play some World of Warcraft, be a big nerd, and then get stuff done and then put together some videos for you guys. So yeah, that's everything for today. I really, really appreciate you coming along. Enjoy the rest of your day, Cal. Enjoy the rest of everyone's day here, whether it's like 4 p.m. for you like it is for me, or whether it's much later in the day or much earlier in the day. Enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful Sunday. I hope that the week ahead for you goes well. I hope that the lucky flip goes well. In my experience with our outer streamers, for the stream time is usually at the minimum. Genuinely, I'm there like, oh, I'm going for 2... Like, what was it last time? I said I was going to go for like 2 hours and we went for like 4. So, I've gone to... what's the word? I went to... This person needs help. It's done. I would have helped. I've done all my... What's the word? I did all my proxies. I hit 100 proxies for today. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you so much for coming along and chatting with me about everything. AFK Journey, like life, everything in between. Sorry for the slight delay in getting the stream started. Like I said, I've had some weird and wonderful things happen to me this week that I've had to take care of. Like always, I will be announcing my next set of streams in the community tab. So keep an eye out on those. If you are interested in taking part in the rock, paper, scissors, the magic duel, it's the duo magic duel thing. If you're interested in taking part in an event based around magic duel, make sure that you register your interest in the poll that I'm going to do, okay? All right, cool. Without further ado, I shall see you later. Ta-ra, toodaloo, bye-bye.